I just confirmed with Crystal yesterday that throughout the summer, we're coming out of summer, we're getting into September, October.
Which is basically summer plus. Extended summer here.
And our electric bill was $100 cheaper a month.
That's a lot of dough.
Because of our new system that American Air and Heat installed. And, that's a good amount of savings, right? If you finance a new system and you're saving $100 a month, factor that into the cost. Especially when they redo your duct work like they did for us, because our system before had one return.
Well, it was just working its ass off.
By the couch,
Yeah, I remember that return in your home was so loud that even watching football, we would have to turn up this is a true story. We'd have to turn up the games mega loud to hear them because it was pretty loud.
Yeah, and now they reworked the whole duct work so that there's a return in every single room, which makes sense because it's sucking the hot air. Heat rises, it sucks the hot air, it makes it more efficient, and my AC runs less. And with a new system that they have, I think I have a train unit outside, and it's just super efficient. And with all that combined, $100 a month savings.
Yeah, I was underpowered with our system, and then last week we had an issue. We live in the center townhome unit.
Yeah.
So when our air, obviously it's going to produce moisture. When it does produce moisture, it has to go into a drain pipe, and then that drain pipe has to go all the way through the entire existing building and then out.
Yeah.
And we have a pump that does that, and we had it fail. It was real bad, and it could have actually cost us a lot of money because when that thing starts leaking, it just hits the drywall, and then it just starts shredding your house.
Yeah, and the mold. And
if you have my townie's, it's not a big house, it's just tall, right?
Yeah.
So if that thing starts on the third floor, it just works its way third, second, first, and then just destroys everything in its path.
Yeah.
We caught it early. Actually, they caught it early, American Air and Heat. They had this gentleman come over. I forget his name. My wife loved him. He didn't say 3 words to her. He got up there, fixed the pump, put the booties on his feet, mask on, the whole nine, and he's just up there busted his ass, went back to the place, ordered a part, got the part, came back, fixed it, thank you very much, and out the door. And he saved me a ton of time, because that could have been bad, man.
Yeah,
it was already leaking when he saw it.
We both have the electrostatic filters with the UV light that kills viruses and germs.
It also takes nasty smells out of the air, like if...
Yeah, deodorizer. If you're...
pet odors, bacon.
Oil, like you put that up...
fish fries, if you're a fish fry guy.
It does take the smell out. So all the new technology, you should give them a call. It's AmericanAirandHeat.com. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We got Tuttle on the line.
Welcome back to Corporate Time. We got Tuttle on the line. Take it, Tuttle. Ding, 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 ding,
oh, that was a great introduction, Tom Van. How are you, Tom, man? You're looking great, buddy. Like, seriously, you look like...
hold on. You're doing
setting him up.
You're giving him what I like color. What you're giving him right now is what I like to call the passive-aggressive crazy person. Anytime anybody at the radio station would get fired... This is a good segue, Tuttle.
Why are you talking to me like I'm tied up?
Yeah. It's so perfect. Okay. Anytime anybody at the radio station would get fired,
undoubtedly becomes nice.
Undoubtedly, you would see this person out somewhere, like at a mall, or maybe this person would run out of the emergency door to Chipotle while you're on a motorcycle and come out to you and like, "Hey, Daniel, what's going on, boy? You're looking good, eh?"
What is he, Freddy Krueger?
Talking to me like I'm being tied up. That's the perfect, sometimes when people want to say hello after there's been some sort of kerfluffle that happens, they like to do what you call it.
Sing-songy, passive-aggressive.
They do the passive-aggressive.
Hey, how you doing?
Patronizing,
You look good.
Yeah.
All right, would you rather me be the combative dick that I always am when I come on the show because you love to bust my balls, Tom Van?
No, just be normal. Today. Be like, hey, what's going on? All right.
Hey, what's up, Tom? I can't be normal with you because it's not like you conversate or have conversations with me when we're not on your show or.
Well, he doesn't do that with anybody here.
You don't talk.
It's not just you, Tuttle. It's
if he
everyone.
doesn't have a mic on, he's not talking.
No.
Daniel went to my house for
he didn't say 5 words to me.
First Sunday pool party, and everybody else
Sunday pool party.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for the invite.
You would have never seen Tom. I mean, like, this guy's not
okay.
Standing in his bedroom watching his own little mini gambling TV, punching his fist.
Samantha, I would invite you to these things, but again, it's a weird.
Are you going to invite her husband too, or is it just her?
Now it's getting weird.
Is this a plus one?
No, your husband, yes. It becomes where if I invite you, like, hey, come to the pool party, then Daniel will be like, yeah, of course you're inviting Samantha to the pool party.
I will not say that.
You said it. You said it on it every single time.
Well,
and then she comes to
We have a record of it.
No, he never tries it for real.
And then he doesn't.
Yeah, if he tried it for real, then maybe I would be respectful. But look, when the mics are on, I'm all about like just trying to entertain. But you know that there's nobody when the mics go off that you know that if they call me Dr. Serious with the mic.
No, but you're saying
I believe it's Professor Serious.
Then you come over, and then we're all like, and then it's time to get in the pool, and then you take off.
No, hold on a second. Nobody
There's
does
a time
that.
specifically for everyone to get in the pool.
Yeah, look, and he rings the pool bell. All right, everyone disrobe and start the pool ceremony. It doesn't work like that.
No,
how does it go down? I've never been.
You're lying.
No.
You're lying. You're freaking out, bro.
No, everybody.
Because you can't handle her boobs at your party.
Come on.
You can't handle
this is what it turns into.
Does she go 2-piece, 1-piece? Like when she
goes
shows up?
2 pieces because she's attractive.
No, it's
my wife's the only one that goes 1 piece because she's trying to hide that. I don't know, that refrigerator Perry she's got down there.
No, come on.
I don't know what's happening.
No,
down there.
you transition to the 1 piece,
and I'm allowed to say that because I'm an
When's the
Adonis.
transition happen?
I'm an Adonis.
Yeah, you still 2 piece.
I told my wife, I go, if you look as good as I do.
What the hell?
You don't watch her TikTok, obviously. He's doing it. He can't handle it. No, you can't.
You handle it.
No, because
it becomes weird.
Because in your world, the lines are blurred. In mine, I have, in Sam's, we have barriers. We have boundaries. The only reason you giggle whenever we mention Samantha wearing a bikini, and you're
The bashful vulture.
The only reason you get all goofy is because your lines are blurred, man. You don't know what's real and what's not real.
There's not blurred
You're a
lines.
typical radio host.
Tom looks like Jack. Like, you remember in the Joker, like in the first Batman movie, Jack Nicholson, you get that smile where you get that Sharpay like wrinkles on the side of your mouth right there.
That's called the Grinch. I don't get the Grinch.
The Grinch.
No. You guys have made it weird now, where then Samantha's going to feel uncomfortable over my house.
You're saying that Samantha's feel uncomfortable, but nobody can tell Samantha how she feels.
She's going to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, great.
She knows
you're preparing. No, you're.
Yeah, now you're making me feel like if I go, I'm going to have to feel uncomfortable.
Here's the thing about people being uncomfortable. You're supposed to ask them if they are, not deliberately, intentionally make them
Well, when you tell me you are going to be uncomfortable, that means you're going to do something weird when I get there.
I'm not doing anything
weird. You're like the world's worst hypnotist. You will be uncomfortable. Is it working?
No, I'm just saying because Daniel will do this thing.
I will not.
You bully me.
I do not bully you.
Every time I get into the old Clear Channel elevator and we go up and it was silence and we just have to get up to the 4th floor, you would make some comment and be like, who farted? Or you'd be like, oh, did you fart? It stinks. You do that to me
I would.
While some meemaw from the 3rd floor sales staff would be riding with us.
Oh, my God, your erection.
Yeah. And then I would be like, oh, stop. and then she would be uncomfortable. Anyway, you get great enjoyment out of making me uncomfortable. So we'd be standing there at my house, and I grill some sausages.
Whoa.
That's something normal.
Because then he wants me to eat a sausage, right?
I do that. I do the snacking sausage.
Are they brats or sausage?
Samantha, would you like some sausage?
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
a
what
sausage party.
No, but that's what I do. I grill snacking sausage
He
for
does.
everybody.
He did say that.
What's snacking sausage?
It's the sausages people snack on at
Yeah.
his pool parties.
Because I don't grill meals. I just
Yeah.
want everybody just snacks.
He just likes to. All he does is he has these parties where he comes out there and he brings his sausage and he lays. He's always whacking that sausage all over the grill and he grills it all up and then he cuts the sausages into little bite-sized pieces. And he puts them on little plates
bite-size,
everywhere.
okay.
And then
Toothpicks?
yeah, with mustards and little toothpicks everywhere, and he
No, I
walks
don't do
around and he's like
toothpicks.
sausage.
Snacking sausage?
Yeah,
now,
man.
do you have a flat top plate, or do you do it on a grill? Or do you like fancy that has one of those like Waffle House like flat tops?
He does it on his grill.
Yeah.
But I got a bone to pick with you because I watched you grill the sausages yesterday, or grilling the new Publix mango habanero sausages.
Yeah.
You're turning them with your hands
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna.
Ew.
and burning and you repeatedly burning your hands. He would turn them and he'd be like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, hold on, man. Nobody else
Well,
watched
my
this."
tongs are dirty.
Ew. So your hands are clean?
yeah. I mean, I ran them underneath the spigot.
So Sam, nobody else watched this, but I watched him stand in front of his grill, and he's like, "Yeah, God damn it, God, shit, whoa, whoa!" And he's like,
The idiots do. I'm doing what idiots do.
It's a true story.
Anyway, so then it gets time for like everybody wants to go into the pool at different times. Also, there's kids running
Hey, the
around
whole
crazy.
I thought there was pool time specifically.
The whole
Samantha-
chat room says that you're doing it right. The chat room, they're all like chefs, and they're all like, "That's how we do it."
See, they're doing like me, the dodo way. Anyway, so there's kids. Also, Samantha doesn't like kids running around, loud ass kids. Right, like so I feel bad to subject people without kids.
Yeah, you don't.
To a bunch
When are
of
you going to
loud
have
kids.
an adults only pool party?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different. That's when
That's
If
when
I bring a date, can I go? Is a clothing optional?
Anyway, so then you decide.
Oh, don't change the subject.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm talking about Samantha, and then decides to Travis. He does a cannonball in the pool. Not this Travis. I'll never
it's like,
invite
which
him. No, Travis, Samantha's husband. Because if I invite Travis, he'll just stand there and talk to me and tell me tales of
Yeah.
what.
He won't leave me alone.
Just talk.
I worked on some new incendiary grenades that I'm selling on my Etsy shop.
I'm just trying to watch my football and gamble, and I'm losing everything.
I'm working on I think for Halloween this year, I'm trying to convince Daniel to go as that raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm making a raccoon suit that he can squeeze his potato body into.
Yeah, my lock of the week was Jacksonville. Stupid.
Oh yeah, why'd you bet on that?
He's an idiot. All right. Anyway, so then Samantha, she, takes off her sarong or whatever the girls.
Oh, why do you gotta?
No, I was just saying.
So wrong, but so right.
They wear the dress over the
Yeah,
bikini,
I like
so you can
it
see
when
the bikini.
I like
in the,
it when tall ladies, and this is
Yeah.
look, she happens to be a tallie. I like it when tall ladies wear almost like a swimming gown.
Yeah.
And then they have with cuffs.
Yeah. But you could see
Yeah,
the
I got one of
bikini
those.
underneath.
Yeah.
Like you see.
Yeah,
the
they're see-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Samantha takes that off, and then
Lady in the
immediately
water. Yeah.
Daniel will shoot dagger eyes at me to get me to laugh
it'll
or make
be-
some sort
it'll
of.
be
Why would you
visual.
laugh
No,
at
I'm
me?
just-
Body shaming.
No,
I would be visual like this. It'd be like,
not laugh, but I'll get uncomfortable. I'll do the Don Vito.
well, yeah, he's over there grilling the sausages with his hands.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it becomes a thing, and then you talk about it on the show, and then make Samantha more uncomfortable, and then
Then I put in my letter of resignation.
and then I'm in the courtroom with shoulder pads.
Well, were you
court
looking
reporter.
at anybody else's? Like Tony Rage's wife was over there.
I'm looking at all the wives.
There's
But
the
I'm not.
admission.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
making some loud Don Vito
in my
uncomfortable noise.
head, I am.
So you're
Can
checking
I
out
ask a
Andrea?
question?
Everybody
Who's
does.
Who's in charge of HR at
HR?
We don't have HR.
Yeah.
I've worked at those type of places that didn't have HR.
We don't have enough
where
money
the-
to
the
be
boss-
sued.
Okay, but I mean, so what I'm trying to say though is like if somebody has a problem with being, made to be felt uncomfortable at the Tom and Dan studio, who do they go and talk to? Is it Daniel?
We
or
got
is it
nobody.
Tom?
I mean, if I were that person, I would come to me, and I would probably pull my.
Sorry. Yeah, there's no one to talk to, Tuttle. I mean,
No.
there's a small mom and pop company.
Yeah.
That's where you get the.
I'm Pop. Your mom.
Pubes and your Pepsi.
Your mom.
Anyway,
What have you been up to, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of drama going on here at the Hobo Fish Camp.
Yeah.
It looks
we
beautiful
actually
out there.
we made the news the other day because some woman got arrested for animal violence, animal
cruelty.
Animal cruelty. She got into a fight with her husband and threatened to kill him, and instead, I was sitting out underneath the tree and I see the woman mad walking out to the seawall with a pet carrier. And I didn't realize that there was an actual cat in the carrier, and she hammer through it like it was the Olympics right into the river
Oh my God.
with her husband's cat in it. And luckily the guy ran out there because it drops off pretty deep.
Oh, Jangles, goddamn it, Jangles! I got you, baby.
So yeah, she threw the dude's cat in the carrier, I would say a good 15 feet out into the river, which is about the spot where it drops off into a big shelf. So
Did he gump it off the dock? Did he wave gump it off the dock towards the dam?
Oh, save you, cat.
No, but yeah, so Volusia County Sheriff's Office actually came out and arrested her. It's actually on the Volusia County Sheriff's YouTube page if you want to check it out.
How's the cat?
But the cat survived. The
Good.
cat survived.
Good.
And that's the type of stuff that's been going on around here. All the snowbirds will be coming down real soon. So I'll be able to pick up some money when it comes to the fish hustle.
You know what I
What
just
about banging ladies? Do you look for any maybe any
there are.
sugar mamas that roll through in a Fleetwood or a Prowler and
You know what I just figured out, though? It seems like domestic violence, and I know this is probably not 100% the case, obviously, but it's a rich man, poor man thing. And the fact that,
most of your middle class folks are pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, your ultimate rich guys will leave their Mercedes running and walk home DUI and then start beating up their wife.
Or the old, what's her name, Tiger Woods' ex-wife is hitting him.
Ellen. Elin.
Oh, yeah.
Elin with the golf club.
Yeah,
and he's Yukon or
and he's
whatever.
crashing into some fire hydrant or some rich, people are fighting and the cops are coming, or ultra poor trailer park, but not so much middle class.
Poor and ultra rich have a lot of similarities. Who would wear a leopard rash guard and dump champagne on their head? Dan Newland, ultimate rich,
Right.
also a poor person, Tiger King.
Yes.
Leopard print rash guard, poor, champagne on your head. You would do that.
Yeah.
Some things are just
My mom and dad really never had any domestic violence stuff. I know, I don't know. Have I told you that they were both married at the time when they met each other?
No.
I think you alluded to that, and then it was right around the time Tom likes to go, please stop, and they sit down.
Oh, is that okay? Because it was too
No,
far.
my dad was working out of town in Brunswick, Georgia, and my mom ended up meeting my dad, and they were both ended up being married at the same time, and they started hooking up. And my mom's current husband ended up coming to the Motel 6 that I guess that dad was staying in at the time and shot up my mom's Camaro.
Told you about the Camaro. I told you. Tom had a Camaro too, so don't ever let him call you trash because he's just as trashy.
They shot it up?
Yeah. And the thing is that my mom's husband at the time, his father was the sheriff of that county. And my dad basically said, if he comes around again, I will kill your son. It was straight out of a Western almost, Unforgiven.
I don't think I've ever had somebody say something like that. You do know I'm the acting sheriff of Calhoun County, do you?
Yeah, but you shot up my old lady's Camaro.
Would it be?
How are we going to make this right?
You know, it's odd. Like, would it be odd to meet your like mom's former husband or former boyfriend?
Yeah, right? They've had sex. I think about that. Like when I'm shaking a man's hand, where I'm put my genitals where his current wife. Like, seriously. I look right into their eyes. I try to feel I try to get in their brain with my eyes. I try to use my eyes to jump inside the brain.
This is weird, though.
It's a power thing to me.
Your mom was in love or loved some other person. Is odd, right?
I think I do have other brothers or half brothers out there, but kind of hope my mom is not listening to this right now. Because, you know, after they passed the Texas abortion ban, my mom admitted to me that she had an abortion at one time.
Tuttle, why would you say that on the show? I mean,
news story. I'm not trying to shock. I'm just, I'm sorry if I wanted to be. Can I not be real? I'm sorry, Tom.
This is real radio.
I don't know if anybody
wants or not real radio.
I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
What time is it?
Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to hear that.
Everybody's going to the cab.
That's sad.
You're going to the cabinet. You got your earbuds in. You're getting some smart food popcorn.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be shocking. Damn, Tom, what the hell happened to you, man? Where did it all go wrong?
Is this real or not real? I don't know what's happening right now. He's really good, so he sells it. He's like the Daniel Day-Lewis of, like, he's like the best of the best. So when he does this, I'm like, are you Bill the Butcher or not? I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Like, I mean, I'm trying to bring a little bit of content to the show besides all the.
That's a lot of bit of content. That's a lot.
I don't know what you're trying to bring
on the show.
I don't know.
Like, you got a former third string Miami Hurricanes player that comes on the show more than I do.
We get a lot of heat for that, by the way. They hate that.
Completely unfunny. Hasn't put in his time. All these hack ass movie critics and stuff like that. They can't bring the content like I can. Guess what? I'm sorry if I want to be a little real and admit to something that my mom talked to me about. You know what?
Too far.
All right. Well, is it stillborn Mondays? All right. Yeah, my mom had lost a kid before they had me.
No, come on.
His name was Darren. He was going to be
my dad wanted my mom to have an abortion when she was pregnant with me.
Oh, you got an abortion story? Get in here.
What's your abortion story?
Get in there, Bo. He probably worked at Uncle D. John's clinic. He's like, right when we need him, he walks around the car. He's like, I got nothing, guys. I'm in there playing Farmville. They rebooted it. It's great now.
Too far.
I'm just saying, like, I have a brother somewhere out there that is like, I don't even know what they do with aborted fetuses and stuff. It could be out there.
No, I mean, like, you're probably giving it for adoption or something like that. I mean, it's possible.
It's real bad.
Why don't you take your mom on? Well, I mean, she's immune compromised, so you can't. I was going to say, you start taking her on some trips. Anywhere.
She gets high all day and drinks Miller Lite.
Stop! Why are you airing at her
all
business?
Her business?
So, Tuttle, when's fishing season?
Go segue. I support the segue.
When does that roll out?
The tarpon have been hitting pretty hard out there, but you know, like I've just been like hanging back. Like I'm finally monetized now on YouTube.
Congrats.
I've been doing my live streams. The super chat money has been flowing in.
Yeah,
so I'm actually, it's a good revenue stream coming in right now with the super chats
what is
on
that?
YouTube. Well, it's like when you guys do Twitch, people cheer bits and everything. People that have their YouTube accounts connected to their bank accounts where they can rent stuff, they can just throw you straight cash instead of bits. So a bit is a penny. Like, I mean, there'll be some shows where somebody will throw me a 50 spot, 50 cash. Right on the dot, right there for the live streams I do. So, like, it's been some great money and a new ad revenue stream for me.
All right.
He knows what he's doing.
It seems like you have to have an element of peer-to-peer, like transfer or tips or something in your, small media to be able to make it, right? You can't just rely on one thing. It's got to be a bunch of things.
Diversify it.
And one of them, I mean, we've noticed it with our BDMs, like they support the show the most, and there's tons of BDMs that have supported us, and they're happy to, which is cool. And all you need is 10 people.
Tom,
huh?
I mean, you brought up the fact you
Shut
kept hammering it in my head
You don't want me
whenever
to
we
tell
were
you
playing golf. That
Were you going to go 10? You could get 20? Is that what I felt?
I was going to give you the 10-20.
I felt a
10, 10, 2, 20.
I felt the 10 20.
I was gonna give you the 10-20.
I felt the 10 to 20.
But
The
people
20
need to know it.
And then
I'm just saying,
I'm
you
saving
get 500
lives.
You get 500 people that are willing to pay $2 a month to be able to listen to your content. I mean, I know that doesn't seem like a lot.
Oh, my
but
God.
Give him the 500.
Wait a minute. Now you got Tuttle doing it. Jesus
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm not as money hungry as Tom is, and has forgotten about the content.
Money hungry.
And
It's all he
just
thinks
about the money.
If when he's not working, he's gambling.
Hey, well, you got to support
we
your
all
business,
supporting
Tuttle.
your gambling?
Huh?
Are we all supporting your gambling when they cheer bits? Is that every penny going?
He doesn't even know how to cash in the bids.
The chat room was right.
That goes to some mystery.
The Twitch chat room was like, Tom doesn't know anything about Twitch. Like, you forgot we're even on video right now, right?
I know that there's the purple diamonds and that it goes somewhere, and then there's like,
He doesn't give a damn about you guys. Really, he doesn't.
No, what do you mean? Of course I do.
I think he just allows me to do the video, and he's like, Daniel's over there with his...
no, well, that's Daniel's
I
side.
dreamed moon pies and penny whistles money over there.
That's Daniel's side of the business, and we agreed a long time ago that we're going to stay out of each other's business, and he does his thing, and I do my
I've been
thing.
snooping in the books.
Oh, what's going on in there? They won't show
Don't
me.
look in there.
Yeah, it's
How much money have you laundered through the company, Tom?
No, come on.
over 200,000.
We're just talking about that. It would be a great laundering business, but we don't do any of that. But if the mafia or whatever did,
Why did you just wink?
No. I mean, you can look at it. Listen, that's why we use Bernie.
His eyes are dry.
That's why I'm not afraid to talk about it, is because Bernie, I mean, we pay what seems like the maximum of taxes.
Same.
We pay
My
maximum
God.
taxes.
Is that
so
what you? Yeah.
I'm like, if they audit us, it'd be like, you pay too much.
You paid.
A pleasure.
Yeah. You can't say that anymore.
can.
can't do that.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was still a commercial.
You have to go. You pay
Copyrighted.
No, you have to go.
Oh.
You pay too much. You have to say it like that.
Oh, you can't say that. Well, I'm just emulating her.
Yeah, like if you were talking about a cruise ship, you'd have to go washy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's the way you got to do it, man.
What is that? What her voice sounds like? But
Yeah.
does it matter?
No, you just can't.
Her voice wasn't.
You could do Australian though. That's the only way. You play too much.
Did you just misgender the appliance direct guy?
Oh, is it?
Oh, you were
I'm thinking
talking
of the
about the
girl
girl
with the
with the
dread
knee
place.
brace.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Scratch and Dent
Crazy.
World?
This
But
guy,
didn't they have a small young girl?
That was his
play-
daughter.
In the very
was on there,
beginning,
too?
yeah.
that was his daughter, and everybody knows that if you work your way up to be a wealthy business person in a pseudo medium to large city, you have your kid in the commercials because that's what you do to make yourself best dad. In fact, if we had commercials on TV right now, you'd be crazy to think that Tommy, Max, and Maisie would not star in the commercials, right?
Now,
Isn't that what dads do?
Yeah.
That's what cheesy dads do. Look, and I don't fault that dad.
Cheesy dads
In
that
fact,
own companies,
I
they
look
put
at
the
that
daughter
dad
in.
and I shake his hand. I say, "You're
You
goddamn
guys
good."
have both put your kids on
Yes,
mic.
goddamn
Yeah.
good Americans. When you shake that dad's hand, you go, "That's what you dads do."
Yeah.
That's what dads
Now-
do.
Daniel, was Tom around for the Family Auto Mart guy stuff too? Like, or was he not on the show?
A little.
as of
He was
yet?
not. He.
That was it was pre my time, but I knew of course saw and watched the Family Automart commercials, infomercials. What was that?
Okay. It was just, I mean, it was great. I mean, for a while, they did pretty well.
It's when TV and radio had value. Like, see, right now there's really very limited
Yeah,
value
yeah,
because
yeah.
you can buy a really good camera and you can just
Well,
start.
people are looking at their social media.
Right. So, like, but then back in the day, like television stations and having your own TV station or having even a cable access show was like considered rad.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something that nobody could do. So these guys decided they would just do fun skits, and that became commercials for their business, and it worked really, really well at the time.
I watched it.
Yeah.
The movie UHF was on Stars because I can't afford HBO. I get Stars.
I got you. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, UHF was on, and I don't know, man. Like, it's funny how Weird Al Yankovic was able to make just millions and millions of dollars, and that, looking back on it, the movie was absolutely horrible. But it is nostalgia. People love nostalgia.
Why did the used car companies go ultra goofy, ridiculous, over the top? Why was that?
Get your attention, I guess.
Is it all for just like and like someone must have started this, kind of like Howard Stern or whatever, like 90s style radio, and that like Was there someone who started it that was big and everybody just copycat that?
I would imagine in bigger metropolitan cities, like I'm thinking like a Chicago, New York, there would have been a guy in the suburbs that was like, "That's Crazy Andy," and he's got the craziest,
right.
And I'm thinking that because you heard about it like in furniture retail, you'd have like Crazy Eddie or Crazy Andy, and then with cars, you'd have like the inflatable gorilla or the guy with the big cowboy hat.
But
sometimes
then
in
also,
insurance, like I can insure you, I'll scream at you and insist that I will insure you. No one can, like, I can give anybody insurance because I'm the cowboy that insures everyone.
Yeah.
Do you remember that nobody took the General Auto Insurance serious? I thought that was just an Orlando company at one point.
So did I, yeah.
The General, like, now that I mean, they're all over the place now with Shaq. I think Shaq is like on every other TV commercial.
Yeah.
Between the General and Papa John's, I mean, he's
And
loaded.
Icy Hot.
Shaq-a-Roni's back now.
Is it? It's terrible.
Crystal told me that we got the General, and I was so mad. I was like, the General!
You got the General?
Yeah.
I don't remember wearing my army
I kind
outfit
of
in
lost
your
some
house.
respect for you.
I know. And that's why I was like, the General! Like, we have that.
God. Is that why your health insurance is so bad?
No, that's not even the General. That's something. Remember when I called the doctor and they never even heard of him?
Yeah, he was here and I was
like,
editing
you've
this
never
on
heard of
Friday.
him?
This is on Friday.
My hands.
He calls the doctor.
hands.
He called the doctor about his hands. He's like,
I heard him the first time. He owed somebody money.
Yeah, he was like, I need help. I need
That was
help.
a clerical error.
And they're like, give us your insurance, please. And he's like, he gave the name, and he's like, and they're like, group number. He's like, here's your group number. He's like, okay, and the other number, there's two numbers, group number,
Right, member number, yeah.
and he
ID
member number,
number.
and they're like, that is a lie. There's nothing there. You made
They're
that
like,
up.
we've never even heard of this. And then I'm like, you've never heard of it?
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
You've like, how is it your first day on the job?
Yeah, they
Like,
actually
no,
said, we've never heard of your insurance.
Now I need to know what insurance company you have.
Billy's insurance.
It's something horrible. Honestly. I'm like, you are the receptionist at a doctor's office. You've probably heard, at least hundreds of
how many are there, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
No, there's small
Ford
independent
Blue.
ones.
Yeah, I got some
United.
horse ass.
You got some Bobo insurance.
something.
Humera.
And then we got the General for something. I think
That's
it's for
for car
car. Yeah, it's
insurance,
our car. We got the damn General.
Oh, not the damn General.
And like, anyway,
I go
embarrassing.
to a veterinarian in Oak Hill as my doctor.
No, that's cool. That's what action heroes do.
Yeah.
Like the Punisher, like when he gets all shot up.
Or
whatever,
Mel
he's just
Gibson when he plays Santa Claus in that movie that no one saw that I'm going to watch tonight, maybe.
Oh, man.
My Christmas tree's
that was
already up.
horrible, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It came out. Butler, did you
Did
see
you watch it? Yeah. Oh, Butler watched it.
Was
Of
it
course he
good?
did.
Come here, Butler. Well, you know what happened yesterday? I was on this thing lately that I'm trying to cut back on drinking, and then
Who you fooling, buddy? How many drinks did you have at that Sunday pool party?
I didn't. I had everybody else was drinking. I was drinking straight LaCroix or
I've
bubbly or
gone to a
whatever.
real dangerous place where I don't even bring 6-packs or 12-packs. I bring 4-packs, and that's when you know it's serious.
Yeah. And so I didn't even start
Tall
drinking.
boys.
But I fell into when everybody left, and then the kids were playing.
I like to drink with a alone.
Come on. We're going to have to cut that. Well, everybody left, and then the boys went to go play Nintendo, and then Crystal went to go into
What,
her
you're
office.
by yourself?
Yeah, then I was by myself.
You're
and
drinking alone?
No, well, yeah, of course, that's the best time.
That's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins game came on, and then I was there, and it was quiet. And-
Lugga
I pulled up a patio chair, and I sat on my back patio, and then I'm like, I'm going to have a White Claw. And
Yeah.
then I was
I'm on
watching.
2 White Claws.
And
I'm
then-
on 5 White Claws.
Well, it started like Dolphins are doing. I'm like, man, Dolphins got big. I bet against the Dolphins because I thought they were going to lose. And I was like, no way.
So you
Like,
just
that-
tucked in for
and then I was
Dolphins
like,
and White Claw.
Yeah, and then because the Dolphins were winning, and then when they won, I look back as like 4 White Claw in.
Look, don't justify your drinking, Tess. Don't say it's because the Dolphins were doing well. You would have kept drinking anyway.
No, how dare you?
The Dolphins.
And then, that led to other things. And then I went to my...
Led to other things.
Yeah,
Are
what
you
is
still
that?
doing heroin?
What are you doing?
No,
You doing cocaine?
no.
Clean?
The other things were more drinks.
We knew it.
Marijuana.
Yes.
You want to hear it?
You can't handle the truth.
I want to hear you say it.
Then I woke up at 4 in the morning.
Oh.
And I was like, oh!
I knew at the end
And
of
then
the
I
night.
said I wouldn't do this.
I knew I had I knew I drank too much, and I knew I only had one way to survive it was to take 100 milligrams right before I went to bed.
Dude, that freaked me out.
No, you got to let that.
You gotta fall asleep fast.
You got to let.
You can be asleep before.
You got to let
hits,
that.
yeah.
It kills you. You got to. It's like you'll get full dead, and then your body repairs itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
It
Why
works.
you
I'm
sleep?
telling you, it
But
works.
drink some
I'm
water
telling you,
right
it
before
works.
Vertigo
too.
will wake me up.
You do a lot of water and 100 milligrams, and when you wake up, you'll be like, and then you'll be like, and your body will be like,
System shit repaired itself during the night.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but one time I did that, and I woke up like 3 in the morning.
You got to take another 100.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I woke up
You won't wake up.
full panic attack, and I was like, "Oh God!" And then I was pacing
Well,
the
you
room.
take an indica or sativa? You got to take indica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta
take
be
it.
No,
in
I,
there.
no, I think it's yeah. It was just too much. I was like, "Yo, and you know,
I had a breakfast freak out. I took some, and we were eating with some friends, and I forgot that I ate some fat.
Oh,
I ate
yeah,
some
yeah.
cheese grits, and it was like, "Kang!" and then
Then you're
they're
like, "Oh my God, I can't function."
then they're like talking to me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like.
So tell us about your trip to the Dominican Republic.
And I don't know what to say.
Hallucinating, yeah.
I don't know. And I gotta go to the bathroom.
I had cheese grits diarrhea. At their first watch.
Running there real fast, and they splash some water in my face. It's just brunch. It's just brunch. You got this.
You're like, yeah. You're like, what if I was out in the world?
Like, oh my
You're
god.
like, I couldn't take care of
Like,
myself.
what's happening? What's happening, man? Can you wear sunglasses while you eat breakfast?
Dude, I think that's what celebrities do. They're so stoned out of their mind that
I
they
think
put
so, too.
sunglasses on and they barely can function.
Yeah, I think that's what they do.
Because they don't care. They're too.
Well, you got
famous.
people driving you around everywhere.
Yeah,
you
right?
don't
Like,
need
you
to
just
do
get,
anything.
yeah, I mean, you just
Yeah.
all you got to do is sober up to sing, or right?
Yeah. I wonder. I'm surprised that no celebrity has had like a weed freak out on stage where they had to quit because they took too much.
I think they have, and I think that's when normally they cancel because of something else, and then we never hear
Oh,
about
they're
it.
like, yeah, the fatigue. They're like, I have
Right.
fatigue.
Exhaustion.
Yeah. And it's just a weed freak out.
exhausted. You're exhausted from 100 milligrams that you just took,
Yeah.
and you freaked out, bro.
Yeah. Because you're on the stage, you forgot "Living La Vida Loca." I don't know why I think it's Ricky Martin. But in my mind, it's Ricky
I don't
Martin.
see Ricky Martin sashaying out. He goes to sing his hit, She Bangs or whatever, and he's like, because it's only 2 words. I mean, it's not like he's going to be she. I got nothing.
Remember when Busey was telling us that he had Ricky Martin's number and people's number, and he can get in touch with them? How did that come about? Do you remember on Friday Free Show where he told the whole story about the FBI raiding his house, and he said he could get Ricky Martin on the phone, and he got his people on the phone? I was like, how are you linked with Ricky Martin?
I don't
I
remember.
don't know, but
any
Kenny
of that.
Samsel also had connections with Ricky Martin, so I guess he gives his number out to everybody.
Some celebrities are more loose with their numbers and stuff like that. Like
That's probably the case, right? Like,
Yeah.
some celebrities don't care; they give their stuff out to everybody, and they're like more open with that. And some are super close.
like in the radio business, you'd have like comedians, especially, or like rock stars come
You
in.
guys
and
used to have Bert's number, right?
We did, and he, of course,
Changed
he
his
got
number.
Big,
Well, he got
changed
too
his number.
famous,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there used to be certain people, like, so if somebody would come to town, let's say the Nelson brothers came to town, they'd be on the show. Then they'd be like, "Oh, well, next time we're in town, let's exchange numbers." Then you get their numbers, but then you'd hear later, like from like let's say the rock station, like if Super Dave was like, "Oh yeah, the Nelson guys gave me their number," I'd be like, "Ah, damn it."
oh yeah,
Because I want to be the guy. I want to be the cool one.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
guy's loose with his numbers. He's not a real celebrity.
I feel like I was about to post my number on the BDM page the other day when I was trying to give away
Oh,
more of
my
my
God.
stuff.
How'd you do with the? I noticed that you replaced the two, hutches that you had that you're giving away for a hutch that looks exactly like it's a very similar hutch.
No, the one we got now is glass. So
Glass.
I can't tell the difference. That's my fault. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying like.
well, no one can tell the difference, Daniel. It's all the same. No reason to get new stuff, but
Right.
Crystal, she wants the China hutch with the glass, so she could put her grandma's China
Dishes
in there.
in there,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so we're giving away the other ones that we bought when Tommy was born to
Yeah.
put kids' books and other. Anyway, it was either sell them for $50.
Why don't you burn them in a chimney?
More difficult to me than
But fun.
but posting on the BDM page, like, anybody need this? And I know it looks cheesy. Before I hit post, I stop and I'm like, well, everybody's gonna be like, quit giving us your garbage. They're gonna make fun of, then like,
right. But you're like, but this is what they want. They love it. This is
well, someone's coming by today, and he's super happy about it.
These posts are like little stories, and everyone loves my stories.
A BDM could, like, he's...
Dude, that's going to kill you if you keep doing that. That's going to kill you. You can't do that. That's bad for your... That's what's wrong with your throat.
A BDM is coming by today, and he seems super happy about getting this IKEA garbage that I want to give away.
Like, all the listeners, though, like, our listeners are really smart. Like, I love messing with them, but they're really smart, and they were right. They're like, you know that even by moving that out of your house into the garage, you guys ruined it. Like, it's already falling apart. Like, they're not meant to be moved.
Well, what are you supposed to do with it?
Smash it?
No, come on.
IKEA furniture is meant to flat pack. You build it one time, and when you're ready to get rid of it,
it's a one and done.
Then I'm adding to the landfill. This person could use it for another 20 years and get joy.
20 years? It's not Ethan Allen. It's not a family heirloom. You don't pass it down. It's not like something that Thomas Jefferson hand carved.
Another 5 years, he could use it, and he gets joy out of it. Then
the particle board on the back of it, like just the particle board, like all the.
I don't want to take it to the dump.
There it is.
Yeah, some fish will eat it.
So burn it.
Well, that's a lot of what I have to go to my backyard, chop it up. That's a lot of work. If this BDM will come and take it, and it's barely any work.
And you didn't even dust it before you posted it, and that was the biggest problem I had with it.
Well, it's free. I
hate it when people do that. You guys post your garbage, and you don't even dust it.
Well, it's free, so they'll dust it.
It comes dusty.
Present it to me.
It's just take a paper towel. That's what I'm saying. Like,
take a paper towel. That's years of dust on that.
Those things probably cost like $200 a piece. So I'm giving someone $400 worth of furniture, and I'm giving it to a BDM that he'll be like, you know what, Tom, you hook me up with these things. I'll be a BDM forever now. I'm helping the company. Right. Are you giving out your stuff? Travis is. He's giving out his stuff.
No, but
he's selling his stuff.
He gave all of his neighbors hate him.
He gave a baby changing table away.
What?
Which
it had a hole in it though, and I thought it was, and it was really tall, and I thought it was like one of those.
Which I didn't ask
video tables.
Why you had a baby changing table?
It was at my wife's practice.
Okay,
he liked to lay on it and have her change it.
I thought it was something weird I didn't even address.
Yeah, don't ask questions.
But you gave it to a BDM, right?
Yeah.
Me want to go home and make Star Wars toys. Change diaper.
And he was happy about it, right?
Yeah, he drove all the way from like Lakeland to come get it.
Yeah, from Lakeland.
Why did he want it?
He's like, the Lakeland babies, thank you.
But like, what's he using it for?
Probably expecting a baby.
I have a Buffalo Wild Wings that doesn't have one, and damn it, they do
I think his
have
wife's
these.
Expecting, and it was a brand new baby changing table.
I gave a BDM a broken Razor 4-wheeler that doesn't, and I said it was broken.
You guys are heroes.
I listed it. I was like, hey, anybody want this? It does not work. The battery doesn't work. I think it's a charger, but it just said that just as I give him false hope.
Oh my god!
Well, I don't know. It's not my responsibility. I said it's broken.
It's not my responsibility to tell them the truth.
No, I said I said I think, but I said that the battery doesn't work.
You're a terrible person.
No, and he was happy. He came over. I helped him load it, and he's like, "Thank you, my daughter.
Thank you for this garbage, sir."
He's like, "It looks new." I'm like, "Yeah, it's barely my kids."
Yeah,
never
once you turn it on, it's broken as hell.
I told him. He's like, "I'm gonna go and fix it. I know I'm a tinkerer."
I'm gonna need the update on that.
I got a lot of thank yous for my old gross mattress I gave away to a BDM.
What? Now hold on, that might take the cake.
He learned it from watching me. Travis is my protege. They like it. The guy that's coming today, he's super happy about it, and he said, "Thank you so much."
It would have been easier. It would have been easier to go to IKEA and buy these new because at least you can get them home without them breaking.
Yeah, but that's a $400. Like,
yeah, but what he's getting home will be broken.
No,
yes. If this guy can get those both home, I'll give him $50 cash if he can get them both home without the little wood pegs tearing out of the side of it, whopping-jawed, falling over.
It's a little whopping-jawed.
Yes, because they're not meant to be moved.
But then you hammer you put it in there.
Little duct tape.
Against
Put in there. What are you? Oh, it's fine. You put it there. What are you, an Armenian grocery owner? You put it there and push up there. It's fine. It's fine.
Losing it.
You're not buy. You get out of the restaurant. What you do? You're becoming Wario. But not the Elon Wario.
Robot Elon.
Oh, God,
Holy
damn it.
crap. All right.
Anyway.
Should we, I got a couple, you want to get a couple of voicemails before we get out of here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm laughing too hard. I don't think that stuff's meant to be moved, dude. Seriously, it's IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal's now. We bought more IKEA furniture.
Why do you keep going to IKEA?
Well, it's cheap.
It's cheap.
And we're
Then
trashy.
why are you trying to give away your cheap trash to other people?
They want it. They got, like, if no one wanted it, then no one would come. Be like,
you bought
"Yes,
something quality, you wanna
Unfortunately,
leave
he's
it.
right on this one.
shove it." They'd make fun of me, and I'd stop doing it. But every time I post it, like, "Hey, do you want this free stuff?" They all make fun of me, but someone comes and picks it up. I gave away.
You're not wrong.
Dude, I loaded.
Oh, no.
This is where you get the good stuff. This is where you get the good stuff, the auxiliary
you
stuff. Yeah,
load?
the auxiliary stuff that he doesn't like to talk about, and then he gets on a roll and he's feeling that adrenaline, so he's like,
He can't stop himself.
Crystal won't care if I air our dirty laundry. And then you get the good stuff.
Yeah.
I loaded in like 50 daiquiri, strawberry daiquiri, and margarita adult pouches of.
God, this guy's now selling secondhand food.
No,
you see, there's people
alcohol.
that go to Big Lots and they buy the snacks and then
Yeah.
they resell them at their garage sale.
Remember Tommy's first birthday? We did Gringos.
Yeah, I was the only one.
First birth? These
I
are
was
from
the
his
only one
first
drinking the
birthday?
margaritas.
These are 6 years old?
Well, because that's what my dad did. I was a Florida trash thing, and I thought I was gonna like keep the tradition going, where you get alcohol for your kid's first birthday.
And you have one cooler for kids and one cooler for adults.
Yeah, I still do that tradition, by the way. Like,
I still do too, and I will always do that tradition.
And so me and Daniel were the only people drinking the daiquiris because my wife bought it was like 2 dozen a
All
piece.
sugar.
It was like Capri Sun pouches. It was
Yeah.
those like metal bag pouches.
Yeah, with
but
Bahama Mama.
yeah, but filled with Bahama Mama.
Yeah,
and
margarita
and daiquiris or whatever.
Yeah.
And no one drank them. Me and
Loco
Daniel.
Loco.
And so then we had
Bluebird.
an entire cooler full after, and I put that on the BDM page, and that I thought was too ridiculous. I was like,
Cooler of warm daiquiris.
That are 6 years old.
No,
This was at the time of purchase.
it was like 6 months after.
Okay.
Tommy's birthday.
Oh, I thought you meant you just now tried to
yeah.
sell them.
No,
That's why I was
he's just
confused.
resurfaced.
They were warm.
Yeah,
and they
like,
were
what the hell?
still, they were still stewing in the birthday water.
Oh.
And then a BDM came, and I loaded all those daiquiris in his cat
Wait,
hair
I
trunk.
need to know who that was. I need to know who took the daiquiris.
Yeah. I mean, they're
One of them, he was drinking it warm as he left. Keep his hands on the steering wheel.
Yeah. They like, put 2 in the cup holder.
He had his son put the air vents on it, cool him down a little.
Oh, my God.
Listen.
Okay.
And I wonder, it seems like when they get there, they're like, they don't really want the stuff like they thought
Right.
it was.
They just want to come to your house, dude.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So this is where we're gonna do the heist.
They think they're going to hang out and be your buddies.
Well, I tell them a story, then,
Right.
whatever they're
You gotta
having.
give him the
but-
tour of the house.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
You give the door? The
no,
garage
no.
door?
Here's,
It's always in the
here's
front
Soapy
yard.
Butt.
Yeah.
Come on in.
I always put on a shirt because I feel like
That's good.
I shouldn't not wear a shirt.
Well, you should do the move that swingers real dads
How
do.
fancy of you.
You should
Business transaction, put your T-shirt on.
You should do the move that swinger real dads do, where you put on a shirt, you got necklace outside of shirt, but you have on Speedo.
Yes.
So your legs are completely out. Your legs are completely out, but you got a T-shirt on and a necklace out.
You're right. I should walk out there to do these
Legs out, dude.
transactions.
Legs out.
Legs out, Speedo. You're right.
It's better. In fact, I'm going to start wearing a Speedo, and because it doesn't matter what your belly looks like, you just wear T-shirt and Speedo, bright white legs anywhere you go.
Bright white hairy legs.
I'm going to start doing that.
I like
All
that.
right, we got to get out of here.
All right, bye-bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Let's talk about Twitch.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, Twitch is good, man. We live stream every single day. I have branded us Orlando's strongest stream. Consistently on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, from 10:30 to right around, what would you guys say, like 3-ish, 4-ish? We broadcast from our studio here in Orlando, and you can watch us live Monday through Friday. It's on Twitch. Twitch is one of the best streaming platforms I've ever used, and I think you're going to enjoy it as well. Just go to twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, and then immediately following the live broadcast, I edit the show, take out little ins and outs, little, tidy it up, color correct it, and then put it on YouTube. And again, that's at Tom and Dan Live. You can subscribe, and I would urge you to do that. It really helps us out.
Let's do a weird job.
All right, buddy, here we go. Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dan really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
You would never do that.
Weird Job Wednesday brought to you by Streamline Florida. If you need a mortgage, you need a refi, talk to Brian Zymo and his team. Me and Daniel have done it. Hundreds and hundreds of BDMs have done it.
I thought you were going to say we've done hundreds of times. We are, at this point, we are skirting the system, and something feels very illegal about it.
Yeah, you should not refi.
Yeah, I have refied 100 times today, and yes, I do like beer.
100 beers.
I do like 100 beers.
Talk to Brian. He'll hook you up. Tell him you're a BDM.
We talked to him yesterday. Had a listener pop through, and this was a funny one, Sam. The listener was like, my husband likes Tom and Dan. I don't care about Tom and Dan. I want that Gabriella houseplant.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
And
it doesn't
something
matter.
for everyone.
It's something for everybody.
And you can get one. Just fill out the form at tomanddan.com. So we've got Keith on the line. How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing well. Doing real well.
So,
Keith coming in hot with a good phone connection.
Yeah.
Thank you for being prepared, Keith.
I try. Sometimes I fail, but I guess today it worked.
Yeah, man, you're doing good.
So, Keith, what do you do for a living?
Currently, I service RVs, and that could be a whole nother topic in its own right. But I was going to talk about fruit bats and working with fruit bats today.
Wait a minute.
Right.
You're a fruit bat working RV-man?
Oh, man, my list is long. My list is very long. I was a fruit bat working, now currently working with RVs guy.
Gotcha. So tell us, how did you get into the fruit bat game?
Oh, you know people that know people, and you're looking for a job, and they suggest it. You try it out, and it's pretty awesome. Ooh, ooh.
No, you're good. It's totally fine. Ooh, 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 ooh.
My mom might hear this. But yeah, a friend worked out there, suggested it when I was looking for work, and I started off working on the maintenance team, fixing things, building things, and that transferred over the time there into actually being an animal keeper, working with the bats themselves.
Much like Malachi.
Yeah, you did this with wolves. You were doing it to pay off, like, what? Would you steal some weed or something?
It was the
No, I didn't steal that. That was kind of like in the know. No, it was one of the least paying but the most enjoyable jobs I've had. It was a non-profit, so they weren't throwing the money around too hard.
Non-profit, it's in the name.
Yeah, exactly. But it was funded by Bacardi, so there is some profit somewhere in the lineage of that place. But it was originally started by Bacardi Rum Distilleries, whatever, the two brothers back in the day. And rumor goes it was basically started to hide their cocaine smuggling.
All right, you heard about this one. I have to look into that.
Yeah, the property they have is outside of Gainesville, Florida, out towards Lake Butler. It's pretty rural. It used to be a couple of 100 acres bigger than it is presently.
The Bacardi brothers, right? Marty and Gilardi Bacardi.
Yes, they liked their white powders and got them in trouble. And a lot of lores and rumors, one being them having a facility and they would have big cats and all that stuff when it started, and you needed all sorts of security gates and electric fencing and all that, so kind of hid the fact that they were being really secure.
Keith, I don't know if maybe it's me, but I'm extremely confused about what the hell is going on.
Yeah, you don't know what his job. Yeah, I was just going to let it roll because it sounded like we were on some sort of drug trip.
So
I'm just a blabbermouth scatterbrain when I get to telling stories, so I guess y'all know what that's about.
So, Keith, going back to the fruit bats, what the hell did your job have to do with the fruit bats?
Okay, when I was a keeper, in the mornings we would clean up all the mess they made in their little animal enclosures and their pens, as we called them. Basically sweeping and hosing stuff down for a couple hours.
And what was the reason these fruit bats were in here? They were rescued, or
what's the purpose of the fruit bats?
Yes. There were a couple of rescues there, but mainly it was a research and a species survival type of program. A lot of these fruit bats are endangered across the world, so there is a level of trying to keep the genetics good and pure within zoos and other fruit bat populations. So there's a lot of husbandry going on, breeding of the bats, trying to keep the lineage healthy and not inbred.
Is that what kind of bats we have here in Florida? Is it all fruit bats?
I don't really. What kind of bats do we have here in Florida? Do you know?
We got the ones that like eating the bugs. Now, I'm not a geek on all the scientific names of all the individual bats, but the fruit bats are mostly around the equator, where a lot of the fruits are more around. I'm really working today.
Hi, it's fine.
They're jungles. There's wild fruit.
Yeah.
There's no wild fruit here.
Yes, jungles are wild fruit, yes. And so they actually are great pollinators and blah, blah, blah. But they're endangered, so they tried to breed and keep the populations healthy. And they do a lot of research with the University of Florida, which is local. I think it was every week.
You know what I have learned since living in Florida is that a lot of people that say this phrase, and you said it like not even a minute ago, they're like, well, look, I ain't a scientist, and I ain't got all the science about it. Those people that say that phrase are always the people that work with the animals. And I'm kind of like, well, why don't we get a scientist in there? Maybe they'll live longer if we keep letting the trash work with it.
Yeah, but the trash love that.
I know they love it. They love it.
And animals love trash.
Look at the way
oh, my God, it's symbiotic.
They attract. Animals and trash attract each other.
All I need is a morbidly obese Mima to feed a raspberry to Sugar Glider. She's like,
look at the way he eats it. Look at the way he eats it. Look, I love him so much.
Oh, Sugar Gliders, they're wonderful too, aren't they? That's a classic one.
So, Keith, so you worked and you took care of these fruit bats. You cleaned their cage. It sounds like you're more of a janitor than a scientist.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Yeah, it was a very highbrow position there, cleaning up, off the ground and hosing it and raking it. Then we would cut up fruit for a couple of hours and then go fill all the fruit dishes up with fruit. That was real fun.
Well, at least you didn't have to guess, like, what do they eat? And then you're like,
no, it's fruit.
Oh, they're called fruit bats. There it is.
Basically, they're like old men. They just chew on it, suck all the juice out, and they basically just spit out what they don't swallow, and that's mostly what we clean up.
See,
fruit bowl they spit up.
I feel like there's a lot of people that they are like, I work with animals. Like Keith basically told us, like, he's like, before this, I was a fruit bat.
This is what I'm saying. A lot of
fruit
these
bat professional. Yeah. And they're like, what do you know about
you're
them?
A scientist.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. They suck the juice out.
I cleaned the poo-poo off the floor. I was like, well, that seems like you're more of a janitor than a scientist, huh?
When the doctors would come from the university with the vet school, I would help transfer the bats from the enclosures to the laboratory table.
Where are the trash people? I need some trash people to help carry these bats. I don't touch bats. I'm a scientist. It's disgusting.
But I was trained to take the little cup, put it on the little bat snout like you would be put under for surgery, and how to turn the dials and get that bat to just go into that perfect little twilight slumber.
Oh, so you know how to kill bats.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, you got bats high?
You put a tiny nitrous oxide.
Yeah. This is my dream. This is what I want.
I think it was a little bit more controlled than nitrous oxide. It was two different chemicals, I believe, two gases they mixed together. And it's been a while. It's been almost 20 years since decided to look at those dials, so I forgot about them mostly.
Aw.
I never forget the
Somebody
time.
trust me to do it today. But I have a certificate.
So if we were somewhere and somebody's like, I need somebody to come in here and work the dial, so this fruit bat, we need to put him under.
I was about to
So
say,
I'll do it. I'll jump on that, and I'll take my chances.
I was
I'll
about
make
to
it.
say, isn't there anyone more qualified than Keith? But then again,
He sent me his certificate of completion for bat anesthesia.
but it's just a.
You got a.
It's true. He's got a piece of paper.
A bat anesthesia certificate.
I mean,
Yes.
but it's just a bat. So if like you messed it up and the bat dies, they're like, all
What
right,
do you
there's,
do with it? Put it in the
They're
garbage disposal.
endangered.
there's 10 million of them. They
Yeah.
flying around.
What do we
crazy.
do with it? Just
No,
wrap it in a napkin.
he was working with giant bats.
Oh,
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
some big ones out there. Those were a little bit more sketchy. They didn't like to really be around people. They kind of would like flee from you. When
See,
you
I
went
don't
in
think
there.
those are bats. Those are when they get bigger than a mouse. I believe they're sky dogs. Or you know what? You know what I mean?
When they get real close, like there were two individual ones that had names, Grace and Curry, and they were like little pet dogs. They would come up and hang on you and play with you and rip your glasses off, and they would get right in your face. And they do look like little.
Bullies
tiny
ripping my glasses.
Give back my glasses, Curry. Good Lord, you're a real rascal.
Curry would steal your glasses.
So, Keith, besides from putting the tiny anesthesia on the bat snoot and cleaning up
Cleaning
the
its poo.
poop,
He cut fruit. He put it in their
yeah,
cups.
you
and
feed it.
Fruit,
Yeah.
I cut fruit.
Yeah.
What about anything else? Did you do with the bats? The
Do you ever have to
train them in any way or
put one down or?
Yeah.
No. Never had to deal with any dead ones. Never saw a dead one. Never found a dead one. Training, no, they didn't really do tricks. One bat was really cool. You could kind of throw the fruit. They would like use its wing and kind of scoop it and grab it and then bring it to its mouth. Like, yes, that was kind of like a trick.
Nice job. You can scoop
It
the
just
fruit.
did it. We threw it at it. Here, have a piece of fruit and catch it. Hey, it was cool.
That is kind of cool, Keith. I support
really
that.
cool.
Yeah, I support
The
bats.
the smaller bats, they had some fruit bats out there you could fit in the palm of your hand, like really little tiny ones that were full grown. And the larger ones, wingspan's probably a good yard and a half across from tip to tip.
That's huge.
So, Keith, going back to working with animals, because I tell the story about the work with the Malachi and the college and working at an animal
you assured
refuge.
them that you would never turn your back on the animal, but you did.
It seems like a lot of people, especially animal lovers, would love to have jobs. They work at refuges or
They volunteer to do stuff.
zoos and all these places that they see. They're like, I'd love to work there because I love animals. I love interacting with animals. And then it turns out that 98% of the job is just scooping doo-doo and washing cages and stuff. Because
boots on the ground.
Most of
right?
it is just cleaning.
Yeah, you're
right?
not
cleaning doo-doo.
socializing the animal or anything.
And then there's the small percentage of the interacting with the animals, and then you got to work your way up for years to even get that way. It's like people they go to
gotta have
SeaWorld.
one of the old ladies die.
Yeah.
Right, like if she's
it's like radio.
It's just like radio. Like being a big
Animal
exotic animal trainer is just like radio in the fact that you need to wait for an obese person to die before you will get a job.
Yeah,
you know what? You're right, Tom.
Because
You're right.
Look at SeaWorld, and when a kid's sitting there and watching Shamu, and then the animal trainer ride on the dolphins.
He's standing on the snoot, and he's doing the launch into the sky.
And you're like, I always wanted to do that. And then your dream is to do that.
Good luck. You got to have one of those trainers get mauled.
Yeah, but you start as an intern. Oh man, you start as an intern, and then you work, and then you're working there for 20 years
before
before
never get your shot.
Before you even get to maybe ride
You can
on
do
the
it
snoot.
dark. You can do it when people are gone. They'll let you in the tank all day long, but they ain't going to let you when the people are watching and I'm holding a Frosty Budweiser, right? They're not going to let you do that.
I don't even think you're allowed to
They don't
get
do
in
it
there.
anymore, no.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
those days are gone when
So-
you could ride on the snoot because those things can bite you, right? They got teeth.
No,
I found this out last year that killer whales have teeth. I never knew that.
So Keith, am I right in the fact that the majority of the work is cleaning, right?
Oh yeah, it's just like I guess working in an assisted living home with the adult people. They're housed. You got to clean them and feed them. It's the same thing, but with
Except
animals.
the bats don't yell the N-word a lot.
But hey, they're really, really horny animals. There's a lot of grabbing each other's junk and trying to get it on when other ones don't want to get it on.
Bat rape?
They're pretty feisty.
Bat rape.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh, if you hear anyone say they're hung like a fruit bat, watch out. They're packing.
Never heard anybody say that.
No one says that, Keith.
Not many
Keith,
people know that,
Keith, we have to
but,
hang up on you now. Legally, we have to. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm just...
Yeah. Hey, Keith, how many friends do you have? You got a lot of friends?
No, that's something my wife would love to discuss with you because she would just be tearing me a new one right now on that comment.
Yeah,
I got a little thing with friends. We're cool.
You gotta leave me alone, Keith. I need some space.
All right.
All you do is stand around and talking about your bat.
Well, no, it just seems like Keith's got one of these personalities where
He's a chopper.
Yeah. It's like
He's chopping, I feel like.
He's chop talking at us. He's just going in a million directions.
Yeah.
He's
like Butler was this morning about the Apple update of the security on your phone.
Yeah,
I could tell that was driving you crazy. I could see the anger in your eyes.
he's extremely overconfident. I know.
I saw him.
He's like, you gotta do that ASAP.
Hey, you gotta get on
You
this.
gotta get on this. It's gonna take you 10 minutes.
And I'm like, what is? And he's like, the hackers are
You
getting
got,
there.
you
I'm
got
like, oh
holes
my
in your
God.
phone. They can slip through the back
my
door.
God.
They can get in there.
I'm like,
They
oh
can
my
get in
God.
there.
Oh, they're in there right now. You know?
They're too late.
It's too late.
They got everything.
See, it would have only taken you 10
They
minutes.
took my family.
They took your family. The hackers did.
So, Keith, it
Give me
seems,
back my son.
seems like you have a tremendous amount of confidence for no reason. like,
Wow.
For no reason. You're very true on that. Yeah, I got a lot of confidence in a lot of aries, and
Do you have a podcast or a gambling problem or a small friend?
yeah. So Keith, what'd you get paid for this job?
I don't even know. It was probably $12 an hour back in 2005 or something, and I guess that was doing all right back then, but it wasn't much. It's not anything to make a living off of. Most of the people doing that sort of work were in school to do that sort of thing, so it was cool to have experience in what you were learning in school.
And most of those people don't end up doing that. Like I got a lot of the vast majority of my relatives went to school. Man, that's gonna make people mad, or relatives mad. Went to school to be like big time veterinarian like people, right?
Yeah, really?
And then they go into the big schools like Clemson and all these different places to get this education. And those schools use you as an undergrad as like free labor, right? I mean, you are the bat scooping man. I mean, you're Mrs. Bat Poop, right? And then you eventually get out of that, and it's like there's only a few jobs, and it's super specialty, right?
Yeah.
And then you eventually find a different trade, and then you go down that path. But you have a collection of years where you are versed in scooping bat poop.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very skilled in that. It's a good resume pattern.
Is there any? I know bat poop can be dangerous to, like,
Yeah, like the powdered stuff you would think in Mr. Plant World where you use the guanos and stuff. They tell you to watch out for breathing it.
We have a friend of the show that actually did I like how you called him Bat Poop Man. You couldn't remember his name, and you were trying to think of it, and you're like...
Matt Crofton.
Matt Crofton, yeah, who wrote a book about a journey that he did, on a paddleboard, right? He went down the Mississippi?
But he almost died.
Died because, I don't know, he ate bat poop.
The spores from the bat poop got into his lungs, and it was,
And then tried to kill him.
Is there anything, or is that just only specific to that type of bat in Costa Rica?
Yeah, that's
or whatever?
more the big colonies, like you see the big, huge bat houses or the big caves where a lot of the bats just come out in mass, and there's huge, just layers upon layers of years of all that bat crap. That's where it starts getting into the real category. The fruit bats, man, it's almost like they're peeing water and spitting out the pulp. There's basically nothing there.
All right.
And it was never a precaution. We didn't have to suit up or wear respirators.
So it's loose around the old fruit bats. And do we need fruit bats? Like, if they're gone, like, this is another thing I ask people, because, like, people are like, oh, my God, they're almost extinct. I always want to ask, the next question should always be, well, do we need them?
The way I was told is yes, we do, because they're very important to pollinate and.
But we said that about everything. I thought bees had pollination on lockdown.
Yeah, well, they all do it. And
is everything pollinating?
The fruit bat poops the seeds out, and then it spreads the fruit tree.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's basically.
I got you.
Most birds.
So can we just say that we
poop.
need everything?
They're seed poopers.
Yeah, it's all connected.
You're a seed pooper.
Yeah, and they're like, but it's one of those things where, and I'm sure something eats them and lives off bats. So everybody's eating someone,
Right.
All right, Keith.
Who are you eating, Keith?
Well, am I eating? I got a turkey sandwich here for lunch and some goldfish crackers.
You got a good wife.
Hold on.
You got a good wife, Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, but I made my lunch.
Keith.
Oh, you made it yourself. You're a lonely man.
It's lunches.
Keith, what grown adult brings goldfish crackers with them for their lunch?
What? He likes a whimsical side snack. What's wrong with that?
The tri-colored ones, too, the ones in different colors.
Nice.
Yeah, whole grain. You gotta get the whole grain in. It's whimsical, and you count them out. I eat them in batches. I put the reds together, the greens together, the blues together, the
I
purples.
buy the big box at Costco or Sam's or wherever we get it from, and I just pour it out for the kids when I'm making morning lunches, and some goes in my
Put
lunch.
some in Daddy's lunch. Yeah, you could learn a lot. Weren't you going to be Mr. Turkey Sandwich?
That's right.
Yeah, but
you told this to
Less than
Sam.
one
You
day.
lied to Sam a month ago. Today,
I should've took that
month
bet. I
ago,
knew you weren't gonna do
you
it.
told Sam that you were going to start bringing a turkey sandwich, and dare I say, you could have learned a little from bringing some goldfish crackers along with your turkey sandwich. You'd be as happy as Keith and have the same energy levels.
The turkey.
Pop-Pop move there is a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee. That's when you're making moves.
I'm just saying, who eats goldfish as an adult, like a baby?
I eat them with my daughter. Yeah.
Well, no, with your daughter, but I'm saying bring them to lunch.
They're a delicious cracker snack.
That's baby food. We're here,
Yeah,
Keith.
we're here, Keith.
I'm making fun of you still.
He's still getting you. He's getting you.
That's fine. Zing away.
All right, we're gonna let you go, Keith, because the energy level's waning a bit.
Yeah, cool. I got to eat that turkey sandwich.
All right, man. Get on.
Get
Enjoy
to
that
lunch.
coffee.
Y'all have fun.
You too, buddy. Be good.
Oh,
Love you.
enjoy.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
man. You
I'm
didn't
just
like
messing with
Keith.
you.
You didn't like Keith. You made him sad.
No. It's just Keith is the type of guy that he loves to talk at everybody.
Yeah, he's very butlery.
And
he was making you mad.
And he's like, he's kind of like, I call him blue collar Michael Scott. You know, right? It's like you think you're the class clown in the company, and you're riffing it, telling the jokes. You're telling everybody how it is. You're an expert at everything, even though everybody knows.
I mean, is he a chirper, that guy? Because I started to get mad at him, and I'm a chirper. What does that mean?
He's an
That's chirp on chirp crime.
Yeah, he's an overconfident chirper.
Yeah, something there was like something there wasn't jiving.
Yeah, he was. He's a chirper. He's also
He's a rambling man.
A rambler.
Yeah, rambler.
A rambler chirper is the worst too, because then you're like, "What are you saying?"
A rambler.
Like he started going off into some.
The beginning of the
cocaine
call,
cowboys.
Yeah,
I was like,
he was like, Bacardi, the twins love their cocaine. That's what I was doing for my job. I'm like, where the hell are we right now? I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I didn't
Bacardi
know.
Brothers started the foundation, the conservatory where he worked, is what he was saying. Oh. And then he was trying to tie that in.
And then
you know how there's a bat on the Bacardi bottles?
"Oh, yeah, the bat."
Hey. You know what? Call him back. I'm kidding.
I feel like the Bacardi Corporation, like they had the bat, and then it was just like kind of we had Caesar, right? And so then, like, if we ever made billions of dollars, then somehow we, like, people would be like, "Oh, you love
West Highland Terriers,
West Highland Terriers," and we would just buy
We'd be like,
some.
wow, we did. He's dead.
No, but I'm saying, like, we would probably buy some West Highland Terrier refuge because it's on our brand, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
so I feel like Bacardi, just because when they started, they were nobodies, right? And then they decided to put the bat on because you just put just like we put Caesar on the.
Sure.
You know, you just make a decision.
Need an iconography.
Yeah, and they look. It's like it looks good, and then it become this like iconic brand. And then they probably had to do something with bats. They probably don't really love bats as the Bacardi family, right?
I can't see that. Yeah,
they're probably not bat enthusiasts or like have always loved bats. I mean, it could be totally wrong, but I'm just guessing they thought the bat was cool on the logo, and then now they're like, "Oh,
well,
yeah."
But it's like I've always looked at their logo and been like, "Whoa, Bacardi, aggressive," because like I don't think of when I think of Bacardi rum, I don't think of like tropical area, fruit bat, and then because the fruit bat on the logo is like it's like mad, right?
It's aggressive bat.
I think it's an aggressive bat.
Yeah.
So apparently, in the rafters of the building where they first started making their rum, there were fruit bats.
That doesn't make me
okay.
want to buy
In the
their rum, though,
rafters.
right? Like if any, like let's say Kraft,
A little bit of guano in each
let's say,
strip.
yeah, if Kraft said, while we're putting the plastic on the Kraft singles, we have mice everywhere. This is mice cheese. I'd be like, you can take that and you can stick it.
That's why our mascot is
a mouse giving a thumbs up to cheese. I'm like, nah.
It's not because the mouse does like cheese, and that's why they live in our factory.
Yeah, like I'm out.
Gross.
I'm out, McCarty. You ruined it. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's like the old Citrus Bowl had bats that flew out at dusk. And it's like, it's not fancy.
Yeah.
And it's not cool. It means it got a dilapidated building.
Yeah, like I hated when people would be like, oh my God, it's almost time for the bat exodus. I'm like, what do you mean? That's disgusting.
Yeah. Gross bats, who, by the way, they're doo-dooing all inside this building, and we're probably breathing in the doo-doo spores.
Oh, spores are all, we're all spored
This place
up.
is gross.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Tear it down. Wait, what? Just paint it? Okay, that's fine.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
We've got Trivia Drew. We're going to finish up our trivia. I believe I'm in the lead. Samantha second.
Yeah, you're doing really well. Butler didn't get an email. Very upset about it.
And
I feel bad for him because it's not fair to be called in here to play.
That's true.
And
I
then,
mean, he could be in there working right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Which I think you'd rather be doing.
Yeah. He hates Drew with all of his heart.
So
Because good-looking guys hate each other.
now Drew.
They could be brothers. They kind of look alike.
Yeah, you guys kind of do.
Yeah. Drew's way better looking though. Look at
Wow.
that. He looks amazing.
A lot of his Instagram filters.
You're falling in love with him.
Look at the smooth skin Instagram filter that girls put on their pictures,
Yeah,
right? Where
it
they
is
look
the
like
smooth
cartoons.
You need to do duck lips in front of a fountain. You know where you
And a
need
peace sign.
You need to do duck lips in front of Ravanage.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
do some duck lips and
Should we have a meetup at Ravanage? I feel like we
but
should-
just the fountain.
Yeah, just yeah. Where else am I going to
You
go?
can get your beers from Ale House, but they won't let you walk outside.
Just update. Ravanage took a hit yesterday. Winter Park, Porky's, and Lee Road closed down.
Oh, yeah, I
Or
saw
she's
that.
not Porky's.
Bubbaloo. Yeah.
Bubbaloo.
Yeah,
well, they
yeah.
know each other. Boo knows Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve knows Boo. They're friends. Very sad day in the Dennis household. The Lee Road.
35 years.
Bubbaloo's is gone. Ravanage. He was too high class. They're always looking down and the smoke pluming out.
Well, they said they couldn't find employees like
that's
everybody
true.
else.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to sell a sizzle story.
Also, that real estate has got to be, up there right now, right? It's a Winter Park, prime
That's
Winter
Ravanage,
Park.
bro.
Yeah,
Hold on. I didn't know nothing. That's wrong.
Yeah, Mr. Ravanage, buy that the Bubbaloo's.
Finally, the pig is gone.
Anyway, Travis, get back in here. I think Travis
He
got
left.
Yeah.
Drew told us that Travis's the celebrity was Jar Jar Binks, and
Really not a celebrity, right?
Well, neither SpongeBob, but I.
yeah. I mean his like character or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but before Travis got told that, he did say he's like, I was a child actor, I could do anything. Then you told him it was Jar Jar Binks,
They didn't want to do
and he
it.
didn't want to do it, which is weird because he loves Star Wars. You think he?
Yeah,
like,
when you put him on the spot, he freaks out.
is it because he's afraid to embarrass himself in front of other Star Wars
Or is it like
nerds?
problematic?
I mean,
because
if you're
Jar Jar
like
Binks?
me, you don't give away the milk for free.
I just want to hear Travis do a Jar Jar Binks.
I think he can probably pull it off. He's actually very creative.
All right,
right,
Travis,
go.
do your best Binks.
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
This is just like shooting for it.
Oh, man, you might as well be flocking his own
All right, Drew, what's next?
All right. Next, I have our mini game. This is why I told you guys to think of some jokes, because this is our dad circle joke off.
Oh, God. Yeah. Again, Drew, we didn't think of any jokes. Samantha,
I did.
I got a couple, I can think.
Let me tell you how the game's played. So we're all going to take a turn. We're all going to be silent, and one person's going to tell their joke. If no one laughs, no points awarded. But if anyone laughs, you get points. I'm going to play along on this one. If you laugh at my joke, you lose a point.
We won't laugh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's...
I'm pretty confident that, I'm just waiting out this segment.
I don't know any dad jokes, and the only jokes I know end with you hide the paycheck and the work boots.
Oh, wow. No, that's real dad jokes. He means like corny. He should have said corny jokes. He doesn't mean Florida.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? That's what you thought?
Yeah, he was going like Florida dad jokes. It's a little different.
Oh my
Daniel's dad
god.
was laughing at heaven.
Who wants to go first?
I'm joking.
I'll go first. What do you call fake pasta?
An impasta.
There, she got it.
Oh,
Am I not supposed to answer it?
Yeah, no, you ruined his dad joke.
I thought we were supposed to answer.
Nobody laughed.
Yeah.
Well,
Next, this sucks. I'm canceling this and Nerd Jock. You know what? I'm overhauling
all
both
of them.
I got
all
one.
of a sudden.
I got one.
Yeah.
A pirate walks into a bar with.
It drives me nuts.
Oh God! We're not supposed to ruin it.
Well, does that count as a laugh if Tom laughs at the response?
You did laugh at so did Butler.
By the way, my boys did not laugh at that, and my wife yelled at me.
That's so awesome. You got in trouble, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can't be telling jokes like that.
She yelled at me. They're going to be saying that at school, be suspended.
I got in trouble for doing when you slide into first and you feel something burst diarrhea.
Oh yeah, we started that.
Yeah. Oh, Andrea, not happy at all.
That's good old
Let's hear your
fashioned
joke.
Americana.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
Oh, this is like the dad jokes that I'm used to.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of my Uncle Randy. What was the punchline of that?
2 feet printed along. No, I don't know. I'm trying to use Florida dad math.
You follow the Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Does that count as a laugh? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you.
All right.
Tom, you only have the lead by 1 now, so.
All right.
Oh.
Butler, let's hear a joke.
All right. I'm afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered.
You're fired.
Get your figurine.
You know what? I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry about this, Sam, but you can get your get the fuck out of here. I've never been more offended in my life.
I want to go kick your desk over. All right, Drew.
All right, here's my joke. This is where you could lose a point.
Okay.
So keep it tight here. Did you hear that Mario and Luigi got arrested for drugs? Plumber's crack. That's the joke.
Your house blows up. If your house exploded right now, and the screen with the fuzzy blank, like an asteroid hit you or something, I would be like, well, that's justified.
I'm not sure. I cannot look at you.
I can't look at you.
CGI.
You're too
weird.
I'm real.
You're too handsome for this bit.
Yeah. You got a wife, Drew?
Whoa.
No,
You're going to court him? What's happening?
No, I'm saying you got roommates. What is it?
Yeah, you got any free time? You want to come over and hold a camera?
No, I'm just saying. What are you? What's with you?
What? I can no respect.
What's a young boy like you doing in a zooming from an seemingly empty house? How about I run over there with a couple Mike's Hards and we, soak our feet in the hot tub or something,
All right, let's.
So Tom won.
Is that it?
Well,
There's one last question.
You better hurry.
One last question.
Okay, make it good.
So Tom has the lead by 1. Sam, you could tie him here,
okay.
and then I'll get a tiebreaker for you. Last question of the day. Category: Bowel Down to the West Side. On the Friday Free Show titled "Blow the Boogers Out," Tom tried to compare the subjective value of a torn Banksy painting to what?
God, I think of something real smart, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant analogy.
Bowel down to the west side is your hint.
I don't listen
A
to
turd.
Oh, I got it, Tom.
Yeah.
Taking Tupac taking a doo-doo in your trunk.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
in a Lamborghini truck.
I guess no. I mean, it's close enough.
I don't know. Judges? I'm sorry.
I still won, though.
I'm sorry. It's overturned.
I'm still up by a point.
It's been overturned.
I believe your prize is on the table there.
Yeah, get your prize there.
You win. So he already sent the prize like a real psycho.
Oh, man. Butler's about to kill all the cameras.
Well, okay, full transparency. We did get this. This was underneath our mat when I walked in on Monday.
Yeah. And just like, and we've gotten a lot of different packages for a lot of different units around here, and I open all of them. We do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just stupid, so we just open everything we get.
Yeah. And so I have seen these.
Yeah, you open this up.
It's almost like you knew I was gonna
They opened it before I got here, Drew.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was. We thought Tactical Hat or somebody was sending you something, but these are gardening gloves.
Murder gloves.
They're claw gloves.
Who uses these, Drew? Like, are they?
I didn't realize they had little claws on the end.
Yeah.
You look like a creepy dinosaur.
I like that.
Ew! Stop. I just almost vomited. Melissa, please.
He's finally becoming Sonic the Hedgehog. Your sons will love it. My God, you're horny Sonic the Hedgehog.
They're gardening gloves with plastic.
You're like a horny mole. Like, let me put those things on. I'll walk down the street. People will be like, "Hey, it's a real mole." Don't tippy tap your claws together.
I did think, I was like, man, digging like my shrubby white vein would be perfect.
Did you hear what he just said?
It's chubby white vein?
My choppy white vein.
No, shrubby white vein.
I heard chubby white vein. I was like, whoa,
chubby
dude.
white vein would be all right.
No, it's a type of plant.
It's like using your other hand.
Chubby white vein.
No, it's shrubby white vein.
No, that's not what you said. You said chubby white vein.
No.
Drew, we got to go.
Thank you for my gloves.
All right, thank you, Drew. I don't know
later.
Drew, I don't know what you're doing, but I enjoy it immensely.
Why does he try so hard? Well, he's got nothing else to do.
I don't even know what he's doing.
This guy's got too much time.
You know, he writes like close to 20 to 25 different questions because I think he feels like it's going to go on for hours. And then we only do like the first 4, and then we get bored of it. And then once he goes, like, all right, guys, I guess I'll say hi to you. Won't go anyway. It's fine. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
How long will it last?
I'd like this to be the last one.
I mean, I feel like Jack has been asking himself that for quite some time.
Yeah.
We're going to give up sometime.
Right, you would think so.
But sometimes, like, you get in, you want to be on a show or something. Like, that's isn't like his.
You got a ring light for
this. You got to take those gloves off.
No, leave them on. Leave them on.
His end plan is to be like take over Butler's job, right? That's what I assume that he's doing, right?
Do you get that vibe at all?
I got that axe.
Well,
my God.
He's trying. Like that's what you do on radio, right? You get on, you start doing a bit,
You try hard.
and then the host usually pits you versus one of the guys on the show that's like lowlier.
And mysteriously, Butler didn't get the email, so it looks like he messed up.
And then you start pitting them against each other to keep this guy on his toe. Dude, that is the plan. I've seen that is a thing.
So then Drew's working hard, Travis is working hard. They're all for this.
And then you sit back and tap your claws together.
I'll scratch out his eyes with his claws.
Yeah, that's what I want. You get some fire under your ass.
You got it.
I've
never heard you say anything oddly motivational before in my life, and I'm kind of like, can you see how pale I am when he goes?
You got a chubby white vein now.
He looks at me, he's like, a lot of fire in your ass, boy. I'm like, who are you?
Those gloves have changed him.
The power of the gloves.
We got to get out of here.
All right, we got to
comb my hair with them.
Okay, bye-bye.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha's here. Butler's here. The tank. I mean, it's just so good, man.
It's better than ever.
It's better than ever. We
lost a carrot, though, didn't we?
Well, I think it was a test carrot. I think he put it in there just to kind of see where things are going.
And it failed.
It failed miserably, but we have a new addition. Big Dory runs the tank still. It's her tank. But the newest guy in the tank that I feel like is making the tank we have a saltwater fish tank in our studio that you can watch on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Even if you don't want to look at our ugly faces, you can look at our fish. And we have a little red-brown starfish that I've named Billy Red Brown. And he's
made
the best.
a week.
Well, he greets me. We have a guest here. Mo DeWitt is here. Mo, he greets me. He climbs to the top of the tank and he looks at me and I wave to him and he doesn't have a brain or blood, but we have a bond.
How much to eat the starfish? Like, seriously.
Oh my God, that's our friend.
Your friend.
There's no friend there. I mean, he's a friend on the show. I call him Billy Red Brown.
Yeah.
But if this place burned down tomorrow, I wouldn't care. Everybody knows that, right?
To take it out and just crunch it
What
up.
if just one of its arms?
No, all of it. You have to eat it
Because I think
all.
if I eat one of his arms and put him back in a week,
It'll
I
grow
think
back.
it'll grow back.
Yeah, it does come
Okay, how much just to eat
One
of
of
his
Billy
arms?
Red Brown's arms.
Yeah, to bite it off.
Oof.
1,800 cash.
Wow, that was surprisingly cheap.
1,800 cash. Well, I'm looking at a few things I just want to buy. Yeah, that's like a price of something.
I kind of want to call your
Call my bluff on that? Well, you can go over to Seminole Power Sports and help me get into a new motorcycle is what I'm looking for. A little motorcycle monies.
Our lawyer, Mo DeWitt, is here. How you doing, Mo?
Doing well. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hold on. Legally, I got to, I didn't do that. Legally, I got to do this. There we go. I got to do a big one.
Injured on the go, just call Mo.com.
Indeed.
Speaking of that, if I paid Daniel or bet Daniel $1,800 to eat a portion of that starfish, and then it's poison,
He
top
does have
shelf.
a shrimp allergy. He might have a starfish allergy.
No, trust me, I don't have a starfish allergy.
Top shelf's like, no! And they're like, that's one of the most poisonous starfish in the world. Like, we didn't know.
Oh my God, you're eating the notorious Billy
What's
Red
the
Brown.
liability here?
And then we were like, well, you didn't tell us. And then they would be like, we didn't think anybody would eat it.
Hold on a second.
Right.
You're right. I feel like this is an attractive nuisance, especially in this place, because Sean, our tech, and he's the best.
Yeah.
He's from Jamaica. We love that guy. Top Shelf Aquatics. He should give us a little thing like, don't eat this one. You can eat this one. This one. Like, I feel like we should get a list of.
So first, can we sue Top Shelf Aquatics? And then second, can Andrea sue me for betting Daniel to eat the poisonous starfish?
First of all, I'd just like to point out, I don't think we've ever started a show without a gambling question.
That is true.
No.
This is kind of more of a lawsuit question. The gambling is just part of the story.
That's just.
Yeah. That's just
involved,
I'm trying to make it real because that scenario could actually happen.
It could. I always say you can sue anyone for anything. This is America. I doubt you could. I mean, you could try to sue Top Shelf Aquatics, but I think that's probably very difficult.
Why would we do that? They're so good to us.
Well, I just want money. That's all. The only reason.
I don't think anyone would find it reasonable that they needed to provide a warning that the starfish was poisonous.
Oh, okay,
Because, they wouldn't really have any sort of notice that someone was going to eat it.
Yeah. There's no expectation that someone would eat the starfish in their saltwater fish tank.
I mean,
One would think.
people can look at starfish and not want to eat them?
I kind of want to eat them.
I kind of want to too. I mean, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw him. I was I'd like to eat that thing.
Yeah. I think of chocolate starfish. Limp is good.
There it is. All right. Yeah, off to a good start.
Well.
Are we still in the warm-up? I don't know where we're at.
I don't know.
Where are we at?
No, we're past that. The warm-up didn't help me.
Okay.
It never helps me.
Yeah, I know.
All right, sorry. So,
And then Andrea could try to sue you, I guess, for trying to tempt him into this bet, but I think it would probably be...
He bullied me into doing it. He wasn't tempting me.
No, I just offered you.
Tempting, you're leading me to believe that he dangled something, and on my own, powers, I floated over to it. No, I did it because he was using his great influence to hold down my career, and he masturbates and plants.
No, then we have Chris Kampmeyer on the stand saying, like, he's
the mastermind, this guy, and the little one doesn't know nothing.
That's an actual quote.
So, Mo, another question I have.
Can't wait.
I told the story on some show. I think it was the BDM show.
They all run together.
About selling my brother's dirt bike. Finally, me and my sister sold it. We could have sold it to Costa Rican teens. That's
tiny
where we
teens,
kind of
Costa Rican tiny teens. Their feet didn't touch the.
Yeah. I had to hold the dirt bike while I got on to test drive it.
I feel like this is almost like just a worse version of buying beer for a minor, right? Like it kind of feels.
I mean,
that
one
way.
of them drove there, so I assumed they were 16, but they were tiny, and they were teens.
Costa Rican tiny teens, young.
But I feel
young,
like
slight boys.
Costa Rican men just look younger because of their skin tone, and they look
tropical oils in their skins.
They look 12 years old, but like I said, they drove here.
White people age like wizards. Like we look
I have no idea.
We look gross.
I got two questions for you, Mo, and this has to do with, and this is good information for everybody because a lot of people sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and
a lot of people don't. like me.
Non-trash.
Then there's the non-trash that, we go to places called stores. And what? Amazon.
So, anyway, I have two questions. One, because I did think about this, it crossed my mind as one of the teens was rocketing down a gauntlet of Winter Park cars because my sister lives in Winter Park and the cars parked on both sides of the street or whatever. So it's like a very narrow way, and he obviously didn't know what he was doing.
It's
no
like
helmet.
Diagon Alley.
And he was just like going down the street. And
How
then I
were
was
you feeling at this time? You're nervous, right?
Well, I did think to myself, like, what if, because he obviously doesn't know what he's doing.
Like,
and
what
he's
if the front wheel
tiny.
of that dirt bike hits the car door and he goes through the passenger side door head first, no helmet?
And there's a bunch of, families playing in the driveways.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if
I'll
this
never
kid...
forget the day I watched that kid die in front of my house. Good job, Tom.
So if he does ram into someone's car or, anything that could happen, I was like, is it me? Is it on me? Because he hasn't bought it yet from us. He's test driving it because he wanted to ride a dirt bike.
This guy stole my dirt bike. You got to go into that whole thing.
So, question number one, am I responsible for him crashing into someone? And then question number two, after we sold it, which we did, and do I have any liability or my sister have any liability to whatever happens to him after?
Like 7-second rule, right?
Like after he bought it, should I have checked his driver's license or whatever?
Did you photocopy anything? Is there any
What?
any record of a transaction at all?
No.
Did you take a picture of his face and his feet?
No,
my
sister's like,
distinguishing tattoos.
I have to take the top of the title off and I'm like, don't be a nerd. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
And I'm like, I've never done that.
I've never
the
done
top
that
of the
either.
title, just give the whole thing, and I put $1. Anyway, so questions.
So whoever owns the vehicle can be liable. So the vehicle is still titled in your name. So if he crashed
Is it your
into
name or your
somebody-
sister's name?
Well, my sister's name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jen, but for my company, just really happy.
Yeah, but typically whoever owns the vehicle can be responsible. So, I mean, I had a case one time, I think it actually might be from a listener, where the guy had just, he was at a car dealership, he was buying a car, got late at night, they said, come back tomorrow, we'll finish the transaction the next day. He was driving home, got in an accident, and the car dealership very quickly basically fraudulently transferred the title into his name because they didn't want to be liable.
Oh, that night? They told Susie, get in there, transfer the title.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in Applebee's right now.
It's TGI Fridays. So yeah, if the title was in your sister's name and he got into an accident, she could be liable. Once that vehicle is sold to him and the title's transferred, then you would no longer have any liability. Now, were they actually over 18?
He has no idea.
He couldn't talk to them. They didn't know English.
They didn't know English, Mo.
How did this transaction take place?
In all
front
of
of
his
the store.
transactions, he goes to a shady, undisclosed
alley.
location. He brings cash. They bring guns in their butt ass, and it's Wild West.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ask your nanny, Elizabeth, who used to be our nanny, the fact of how good my Spanish is, because the first 3 months of her living at my house, every time, she'd do something for me, and I think I was saying thank you, I was saying nice to meet you.
What?
For 3 months.
What were you saying?
I didn't say nice to meet you in
Why
Spanish.
not? Why weren't you just saying gracias, which is thank you, I believe? Look, I don't know Spanish at all. But I think gracias is legit the first word I learned.
Yeah, right, yeah, I know, but I was saying, I wanted to say,
Me namo.
Anyway.
Me namo is.
So, and
Tomos.
the next question, do I have any responsibility, or my sister,
You were saying mucho gusto, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm saying mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto, mucho gusto, mucho gusto.
And I think I thought that meant not thank you, but I appreciate
You grew
it.
up in I was going to say in Tampa, in Miami. What happened?
You look like you grew up in Tampa. I look at you every day. I'm like, this guy is Tampa as it comes.
Don't look Miami, that's for sure.
No.
Because I'm too lazy to learn things. So, do I have any responsibility for selling a dirt bike to an underage kid?
Well, if he's underage, he can't enter into a contract to purchase the dirt bike from you.
Uh-oh.
So there's a whole nother slew of issues there.
Again, we're talking about your sister here.
Yes. Your sister's done all sorts of things wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
So if you're under 18, but what if, like, I think to purchase a dirt bike, you have to be over 16. I think, like, 16 is the age.
I don't know the rules.
Because usually it has, like, a 16 with a crossbuster on most.
Oh, I always thought that meant just for, like,
I think that's for riding.
Well,
I think that's for riding, not for actually, like, registering it and owning it.
Right.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
think that's the difference. So
I can't even legally sell something to a 16-year-old.
typically not without a parent or guardian because they don't have the ability to enter into a contract.
Oh, my God.
To
Hold on,
purchase
this
it
got
from you.
more real than I expected.
This is more real. And apparently, next thing you know, I'm going to have to shut down my teen parties I've been having in the afternoons.
So
I like to DJ.
So I guess signing over a title to someone under the age of 18 is not even legally binding anyway?
Typically, unless they have a parent or guardian to do it for 'em.
Gotcha. So I should have checked their age before.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, all right. I thought it was the age old.
Don't ask, don't tell.
No, you just said it. I thought it was the age old. Yes, you could have just stopped right there. Yes, age old is what you were looking
they
for.
need to be old.
You were not looking for age young. You're an idiot. Like, why would you say that?
Well, there's like once they leave with their stuff, like there's no coming back. But, you know,
No take backs.
like
No tag back.
Like you can't come back and be like, all right,
Well, how would
did
you
something
even
wrong.
find them now? There's no record. I mean, I guess you
Because
could
you have their phone number,
You
right?
could get on the internet and start looking up children, I guess.
All right. So, Mo, I also have some urban legends I want to discuss with you.
That's what I come here for.
This is called changing subject quickly.
Have you heard of Bigfoot?
After your attorney
I'm
says
texting
something
my sister. I'm like,
horribly
hey,
wrong.
I'm like, hey, move your funds.
As you
Put Mama's name on the account. Mama, they can't take it. That's what I heard.
my God.
Got everything.
That's
in my mama
as you
name.
can
You got to
see-
put multiple names on your bank accounts, and they can't take it.
As you can see,
that's
he
what I
can't
heard.
text and talk at the same time. So that big
His
space
brain
of
shut off.
quiet was him actually texting his sister to move the funds. This is great.
And
All
put
right.
Mama's name on the
Moving
account.
on. Now, welcome to
Yeah.
Mo's Urban Legends.
Mo's Myths.
So, and this has to do with car accidents. So, I have always heard that if you get in a car accident and someone rear ends you, it's whoever rear ends you, it's their fault no matter what.
I think my dad was willing to die on that hill. Like,
Yeah.
He'd be like, no matter what, anything that was happening.
If they run into the back of you,
Doesn't matter if you brake check
A
them.
burglar could be in that car with that woman with a gun to her head saying, rear end that man, and she's still in trouble.
Yeah. So, is that the case?
There's a rebuttable presumption if you're the car behind it that's your fault.
Okay.
But it is rebuttable. So, for instance, if you cut somebody off and then slam on your brakes and they rear end you, that would be a way to rebut the presumption that you were not at fault in that case.
Gotcha. So there is, probably harder to prove, though, right?
That's the problem. You have to have some other witnesses or some video evidence or something, because otherwise it's just one car's story versus the other car's story.
I saw an accident the other day, and of course, like it was a slight fender bender. But the lady that got hit, she immediately jumped out of her car and started videotaping everything, and then
World star. World star.
and then she was videotaping like seemingly like skid marks, like and
Yuck. What kind of videos are you watching, dude?
I was driving slow. Look at this lady. She was putting her foot next to what I think was skid marks behind the car, like as you put a quarter
Yeah.
next to something to show.
Look at how large these skid marks are. As
For
you can-
scale.
As
Yeah,
you
for
can see,
scale.
I've got a pair of Rothies next to them. Look at my Rothies next to this skid mark. The ladies love the Rothies.
And she, I guess, to compile the evidence for some sort of grand lawsuit that was
And
going to
as you
happen or
can
whatever.
see, Judge, this is...
She's doing one of those things. Very cool.
And
I never think to do that with anything that goes on. I'm just like,
but I'm like, how much is she being like? Is it overkill? Like, obviously, it wasn't like a horrible accident. It was a slight fender bender. So
she's just
It
doing
seems-
her. I think Andrea would do that. I think my wife would
Like
get
a
out.
checklist.
Yeah, she'd put on like a visor. She'd have like a folder she opens.
Some rulers out.
This is my
measuring tapes.
roadside fender bender checklist. Let's see. Put out flares. Got
You know, I'd be like, oh my god. I'm sitting there just like I want to
Get out of the road.
It's like put out triangle in 3 feet from distance of tire.
I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
So, how much of that matters? Is it important to like start taking evidence down for an eventual lawsuit? I mean, what should people? I mean, just bare minimum do.
I mean, I always recommend, take photos if you can, take videos, look at the roadways, picture of the other driver, picture of their license plate, picture of the damage to the vehicles, kind of as much as you can get. Now, if you're immediately jumping out of the vehicle and the first thing you're doing is filming everything, you're probably not injured in the accident. Probably none of this is going to matter. But, typically, sometimes you get soreness or things a few days later. So documenting that is always a good idea. I mean, I've had people before say, oh, I wasn't the one driving, it was somebody else. And my client was like, no, that was the guy there. So if you have a video of them or a picture of them, sometimes that can help.
Gotcha.
Or that would have been Seth in your truck.
Yeah. I've had it before where the guy gets out of the vehicle after the accident, and the other person pretends to kind of get out and then just takes off.
That's what I wanted. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that. The old like, you slam that door and you just hit it.
Because I think I'm convincing enough to be like, I'll be right there. Hold on, I'm getting the paper. Oh, hold on, my wife's calling me. I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
I laugh like Freddy Krueger.
And then if you have video of that, obviously they can't lie and say this didn't happen. Or
Right. Then I mean, we had that case a little while ago, and the guy went through a toll booth, right after that, so we were able to get the photo or video from the toll booth.
Stupid.
Gotcha.
Why would you
We were able
do
to
that?
find them. What?
You got away, man.
I
You did it.
didn't think anyone would
You
check.
did the dream, and then you're like, I don't know. God, toll booth. I've got to get there quick. No. Go slow.
So back to me for a second.
That's Samantha's favorite segment.
I have some questions because my wife brought this up about BDMs doing work at my house, on their off time. Side jobs, as we call it. So
you've had a lot of people
Are
injured.
they
over
licensed and insured?
What do you think? They're licensed by paying pills.
Driver's license.
They're licensed by paying pills and insured to do a 40% good job.
and then it's, they know what they're doing, but it's
Do they?
It's you
get a lot of riffraff working out back.
Crystal has brought up the fact, she's like, what if someone hurts themselves
Well, people have.
in our house, they cut their fingers off with the saws? And then I'm like, nah, they know what they're doing. And then I'm like, if they do that, they said they'll be cool, they'll just go.
I'll just
Be cool, bro.
put my fingers in my pocket.
They're like, I'm not going to sue you. They're like, I'll just tell the hospital that I did this on my spare
I cut
time.
my fingers off. I'm not going to say a word, man.
Put them in my big golf cup. I'll be out of here.
Yeah. And
Let me
then,
just get my Yeti. I'll be on my way.
and then Crystal's like, no, they're going to sue us.
Yeah, they are.
And then they're going to sue
Big time. They're going to sue your pants off.
our homeowners
They're going to ruin
insurance.
our company for sure.
Well, and then I was like, nah, they're cool. They're founders.
They're going to be owners of the company soon.
Yeah, pretty soon.
So, what's the legality on that?
Oh, they're going to sue you.
Oh, okay.
They're
All
gonna sue the crap out of you.
okay. So I shouldn't.
You got to sue them first.
I'll sue your fingers off. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to sue your fingers off. Can we get Mo shirts that say...
Yes.
By my fingers. We already got those.
Yeah.
We'll just put Mo.
That's Craig's thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. We use multiple. It's for
Co-brand.
lawyers.
We're all
and
about
fireworks.
fingers. Every client we work with is going to have a finger. We're tying it in.
Yeah.
We're tying it in. Bernie, finger your taxes.
So someone could absolutely sue me if they hurt themselves at my house.
It depends how they got hurt. I mean, if somebody gets injured on your property, there's always a chance that they could sue you, but they'd have to have some theory of liability to make you responsible, typically, or to make it so that your homeowner's insurance would kick in. So if they got bit by a dog at your property, if the dog's included under your homeowner's insurance policy, then you're liable for it.
You don't have a dog, so
right.
that's okay.
What if
you
they're-
did have a pest control man fall in your jacuzzi?
Yeah,
I think he bumped his
Saw that
head on
video.
your butt plug.
Burn is, no, he's licensed and insured. That's legit. But let's say they're fixing some electrical problem that some other BDM did, and it blows his shoes off because it's a mess of wires.
Or does that move where it hits the ladder and it blows the guy's eyeballs out of his head, but they're still sort of connected.
And because of obvious shoddy work that I had at my house that I got from some other uninsured BDM.
It does that move where it blows him off the ladder into your pool.
They call that the Jurassic Park. The kid was fine. Seemingly he wouldn't be fine, though.
Good thing that pool was there.
If there's enough electricity to blow you off a fence that's 20 foot high and you land on your back on the grass, like you're not just getting up and coughing some smoke out, right? You're seriously injured.
You're dead, probably. Smoke cough.
Sorry.
Anyway, wow.
But if there's a hidden danger in your house due to some shoddy work and somebody gets injured by it, then you could be liable for that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me
get my glasses and look at the next question.
We got a lot of texting going on over there.
Samantha, I know we had a question.
We did have one email. It says, in short, my son's other parent has been on supervised visitations only since 2014, and due to a mess-up within the court system, they got to claim dependency from 2018 to 2021, while I just get to claim earned income credit. The other parent has gotten all child stimulus money even though they have 0 overnights. The IRS said I would have to file dependency and they would sort it out, but I told them I would be in contempt of court. So I contacted Mo's office, who guided me on writing a motion of clarification. The court responded that they do not have jurisdiction in the matter. Do I need to take the other parent to claims court since they were refusing to give any money that was meant to help with our child?
So, have to see what you wrote in the motion. You might have written it wrong. Because typically the family law court would have jurisdiction over the tax credit issue. Mm-hmm. And so the tax credit issue, right now is what defines those stimulus funds, which have caused a lot of people headaches because we've gotten this question quite a few times. So if they're basically saying that we're not going to exercise jurisdiction because the stimulus funds were not defined in the parenting plan, which nobody's parenting plan has that in it because it was never anticipated, then maybe you have to go to small claims if that's what they're telling you, that they're not going to handle it, and file a small claims action. But I have a feeling the small claims court's going to send you back to the family law court, and they're just going to be this vicious circle. So I'd probably want to see the motion. You may just have to clarify exactly why you believe they have jurisdiction, because the parenting plan assigns the dependency credit, and therefore, based on the dependency credit, these funds were awarded. And since you have 100% time sharing, those stimulus funds were intended for the child and should have gone to you. I've had courts award that previously, based on kind of the last year and a half that we've had all this kind of stuff.
It seems like anything to do with child support and all that mess.
It's a mess.
It seems like it's always a one-off scenario that's extremely complicated in a nightmare.
Just like a relationship, right? It almost mimics the relationship.
Yeah. Like, it just seems crazy complicated, and it's like, it's this state and this, there's that.
And then one small change can screw everything up.
That's why I just don't give anything.
Oh,
I'm just like, I'm not paying this child support.
Here's a Daniel question that we talked about. So Daniel, he got a chest tattoo, and he's not wearing the chest part of a seatbelt because it hurts his.
It hurts my
baby teeth.
I was going to say my T words. Yeah.
Wait, can I get out of wearing a seatbelt too?
Well,
hurts me too.
Yeah, well, it probably hurts you more.
So. Daniel was next to a police officer.
I was. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and then we were doing a lot of like.
Yeah. And so Daniel brought up the fact, he's like, well, if I got pulled over for not wearing my seatbelt, which you can nowadays. Back in the day, you say they have to pull you over for something else.
Right.
And
it used
then
to be a secondary.
That was just a thing.
Yeah. If they see you not wearing it,
people don't know that either, by the way, and they think that's crazy. But that's it.
Oh yeah.
You can Google that.
So if Daniel got pulled over and he had his lap belt on, does that count as a seatbelt? If your lap belt's on, or does he have to have
any wiggle room there,
or does he have to have the full chest part of the seatbelt for it to count legally?
Or is this maybe I'm running the hey, be respectful card, and that's the direction it's going to go? Maybe.
I think you're probably right on that one. So you'd have the chest
just
part
have behind me,
you.
yeah.
So I mean, you have the seatbelt on. Is it the way it was intended to be worn? No, but it is technically on. I mean, you probably have to ask a police officer if they would issue a ticket for that. I don't know what the statute says other than you have to wear a seatbelt.
It's probably case by case too. And I could see them making some point like where you had it. And yes, you did engage it, but it wasn't done properly. You know, like it's almost like you're not.
But I think if you have a classic car, I've heard this from my Uncle Randy.
Oh, I love it. Classic car guys have they're like, if you have a metal dash, you don't need a seatbelt. I'm like, hold on a second.
That sounds worse.
That doesn't make any sense. I heard this before from an old man, dumb old man.
Yeah, a dumb old man told me that a classic car is because they only had lap belts in the 60s or whatever, that counts as
you can cut out the shoulder belt. It's fine.
Yeah. Under the classic car rule, you only need a lap belt. Have you heard about that? The old classic car.
Well, I mean, I think you're supposed to wear whatever seat belt is designed with the vehicle. So if the vehicle has only a lap belt in it, then that's probably allowed, I would assume.
Butler's truck has a butt plug in it.
I don't think that's for safety purposes.
He doesn't wear it the way he should.
So, and we'll end with this because I kind of half joking about taking the top part of the title and then turning it into the DMV and telling them that you no longer own the vehicle or whatever. I seriously have never done that just because I assume that when they register it, it'll automatically do. Like, too lazy to go there myself. But then every once in a while,
a hotel key. You know, at the end of a stay, my wife gets so mad at me when we left the Dominican Republic. I'm like, we're taking these home as souvenirs. She's like,
the card? Oh yeah, you keep the card.
No, my wife's like, you must take those back to the desk. They reuse those. And I'm like, are you an insane person? I'm not stopping back at the desk. We're just walking out of here. We paid.
Yeah. As long as it's the plastic card.
That's how I feel about this. It's like the same thing. It's just a unnecessary step.
Yeah. So, but then, of course, you hear the stories of like, my cousin sold a car and then they got in an accident and they were sued because technically they hadn't changed it properly, even though they had signed over the title and stuff. And I was like, I feel like more of that would happen, and that would be like you would have to rush out to the DMV to make sure you tell them, like, you know, people would tell you like, hey, make sure to rush to the DMV, and no one tells me that, so that's how I live my life. I'm just like, you know, I've never heard that besides from super cautious people, like, oh yeah, just in case, you know. Anyway, what do you think, Mo?
Well, I mean, the purpose of that is so if someone doesn't register it for some reason, which you're taking the assumption, okay, they're going to go register it, they want to own the vehicle or whatever it may be. But I did have someone contact me a little while ago who said he sold an RV 4 years ago, and the guy never registered it, and now he's getting tickets or something, or something in the mail. So that's always the issue, is that's why you want to turn in the top portion, so it's no longer in your name is the idea, essentially.
Gotcha.
You can confirm that they're going to register it with the DMV.
The Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, if you want to watch us Monday through Friday every single day, says there's a little box, and you just pop it in the box, and you're good to go.
Oh, they just like outside of the DMV, you put it in the DMV box?
Like a little box, and you just pop it in the box, and they'll take care of the rest. I don't know how true that is.
But you got to drive there. That's the whole thing.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
We didn't even take the top off. We gave it to the teens. The whole thing. Yeah.
I knew that. That's why I asked.
I like that.
I just wanted you to have to admit that. I wanted you to have to admit that in front of our attorney.
So, anyway, if you are injured by a Costa Rican teen on a dirt bike this weekend, you should call Mo.
I don't know if he wants you to do that now, because he's going to know where, like, he's going to be put two and two together. He's going to be like...
Yeah, but there's a legitimate lawsuit here. Like, so...
Yeah, but against you.
Yeah, I know, but Mo doesn't discriminate. That's his client.
You know what's happening right now.
Like, Mo, I assume he's bound. He took an oath. So
I don't know anything.
Yeah, you put your hand on the Bible when you become a lawyer.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
You're right. That's
we
how
should
they
do that around here.
Mo's like,
you do some oath,
I have never
you
heard
take an
that.
oath.
I have never heard that attorneys at the end of their like, all right,
they just go to law school, bro.
Hey, everybody, you guys did a great job. Hey, class of '99.
Wait a minute. Tom's telling Mo how to be a lawyer.
Everybody, get your Bible out. Put your hand on it.
There's some oath involved. Right? There's got to be an oath.
I've never heard of
no oath.
I think you're thinking of doctors.
I just took a 4-hour course on Google. I don't know.
No, there's some oath.
It's a oath.
When you pass the bar, there's some ceremony and an oath.
Graduation.
Yeah, but there's an oath involved. Something.
He's telling you there's not. He's a lawyer.
He said
I'm going to believe Mo.
There is actually an oath.
I knew there was an oath. Oh, Tom doesn't know nothing. I know my oaths.
This is a great day.
Just call Mo.com. Thanks, Mo.